to check us out real quick? Or not? Call you back at 5. All right. Bye. No.
Who's out for Hillcrest?
Trent Duncan, Senior. They don't have any of their sizes. That kind of pisses me off.
Smart. Smart for a away game.
Yeah.
Nice guy. Us, but.
Some of that Colombian coffee, Colombian mocha. I thought, you guys drink that hot down there or cold? She goes, oh, we have it both ways. In the summertime, we drink it cold. In the wintertime, we drink it hot. I said, how much winter do you have in Colombia, honestly? She goes, there are places in Colombia that snows all the time. Really? The equator? In the mountains? I said, okay. Come on in. All right, it is the 14th day of September. I'm Marv, along with my partner.
Hey, Chuck and Shane.
Okay, now let's do this.
Welcome to Waynesville Tiger Football.
Coming back to the phone.
Waynesville Tiger football. It is Friday night under the lights. The Waynesville Tigers on the gridiron. Our game being brought to you by Air Serve Heating and Air, Arby's of St. Robert, B&B Theater in Waynesville, TC Towing of Waynesville, Balfour Beatty Communities of Fort Wood, Columbia College, King Auto Glass of St. Robert and Rolla, Lindsay Chrysler Dodge Ram Jeep of St. Robert, and Ogle Chiropractic in Waynesville, Park University of Fort Wood, Mailboxing of St. Robert, the Pepsi-Cola Bottling Company, the Sellers Sexton Auto Group, Shelter Insurance Agents, Mike Anthony in Waynesville, Dave Holland in Richland, VFW Post 3168, Team Ellis at Remax Professional Realty, the Bank of Crocker, Clayton Homes of Lebanon, Lynch's Furniture of St. Robert, the Marys County Bank, St. Robert Auto Supply, and the Waynesville Medical Plaza. The kickoff around the corner under the Friday night lights.
And a good evening to you. It is week number 4 of the 2018 season. We are here in Tiger Town in front of a pretty good crowd. The international students are here with a lot of food out in the parking lot. I don't think the concession stand probably is going to make as much money tonight as they have in the past, unless, of course, the crowd gets a little bigger. My partner, Shane McPherson, with us. I'm Marv Luton. Glad to have you with us tonight for Waynesville Tiger football as the Tigers are trying to end a 24-game losing streak. That has lasted since 2015 when they lost their last game against Columbia Battle. Went winless in 16, 17 they went winless, and so far this year 0-3. But the Hillcrest Hornets are in town. They are 1-2 on the season. The Tigers are 0-3, and they have taken a couple of beatings just like the Tigers to some pretty good teams here in the Ozark Conference. Shane McPherson, welcome aboard again.
Hey, thanks, Marv. It's great to be here. It's a beautiful night for a football game. The sun's about to go over the trees, and we're going to be able to see the field real well. The international food was real well. I think the concession stand probably will do pretty well the second half. The first half, I'm not so sure. Hillcrest comes in and just got word that they're going to be without their starting running back. Davis is in street clothes tonight, so they'll go to number 20, Goodman, and then Shea Fitzel is number 39. He's their big tight end slash fullback slash, blocking back. He's a big boy. We've got a few changes in our lineup tonight. They had a battle, like Coach Haynes told you on the radio this morning. They kind of opened everything up, which made a very competitive week, and we've got some new guys in there. Some of the same names that we've been seeing, but kind of moved them around a little bit, got a little change on our offensive line. Spirits were high in the high school all week. You got to give Coach Haynes credit. He's got the pride and the way, really the will to play back in Waynesville football, and that's half the battle. Now we just need a good win, and I think we can get one against these Hornets.
And you deal with these kids, and you see these kids every day in school. They know what you do. You were one of their former coaches. They know you're on the radio. They know you're quizzing them about what's going to happen this week. But the spirit, like you said, is good in the locker room for the Waynesville Tigers. And like you said, they went into a battle this week because there were some starters that were not doing their job.
Right.
And Coach, not only Coach Haynes, but also some of the other coaches, Coach Kelly, Pimental, DeMolade, and, actually both Kellys. They have Sean Kelly and John Kelly as the coaches. But, as they evaluate these football players, they want to get the best out of what they had, and this 11 different players on offense and 11 different players on defense wasn't working.
Right, and, like, for example, we're going to have Breck, our best lineman offensively for sure, and probably our best lineman defensively, and Coach Haynes had it in his mind that he wanted to platoon, and it just wasn't working out, so he's got Breck going both ways tonight, and he's just going to just switch over from the center to that one technique right over the top of him. And I think that it'll be a really good show for the Tigers tonight. Looking for good things.
Maximo Ramos is going to go both ways. He's going to play on the defensive line. He's also going to play on the offensive line. Reyes is a 250-pounder. Breck's a 270-pounder. These are the kind of guys we need up there. Charles Willingham is going to get a start on the offensive line. And I'm not sure whether it's going to be Michael Cassidy or Kevin Poinsett is going to get the other starting job on the offensive line. Now, both of these guys are wide receivers, Shane,
right,
and both of them are pretty small.
Right.
But as you mentioned earlier, if you line up a wide receiver in a tackle position and you pull what do you pull one of the wide receivers, you drop him back off the line of scrimmage, that tackle's eligible.
Right, and plus, you put 2 other receivers on the other side of the line, and you got to have 7 on the line, of course. And, they may run a set where they may run a tackle-eligible play. If we see a 2 set on that right side and they're both on the line, look for that tackle-eligible play.
Those are not the only ones that are going both ways. One of the guys I am very impressed with here, Michael Cassidy.
Yes.
Michael, either as a wide receiver, as an offensive lineman, but he is also going to be one of the defensive backs. You got Malik Hopper. We saw Malik playing a little bit of running back. He may be a second-string running back, but Malik Hopper is a good tackler and one of our D-backs, and he can pop you. A.J. Martin, we've talked about A.J. All year long, and Kevin Point said is going to go both ways.
Yes, and Malik is such a headhunter on defense. I mean, if he's going to come up and hit you, you're going to know it. And you and I have both been waiting for that opportunity from Malik maybe to get in the backfield. It looks like they were mixing him in a little bit tonight. A.J. Martin is a super talent as far as speed and all this, and all of his ability, and just to get him loose tonight would be a good thing. And, we both like Mike Lewis as the quarterback. And Parado did a nice job, for his audience he was in there. But when Mike Lewis gets in that pocket, and if it's not there, you can't tackle him. He scrambles just about as good as any quarterback in our conference.
And Parado is still going to be a part of this team, and he will come in situations. But during the week, they challenged each one of the players, not only the quarterbacks, but the running backs, the wideouts, the offensive and defensive linemen, the linebackers, and the D-backs. Challenged everybody to step their game up. And Mike Lewis is going to get the start at quarterback here tonight for the Waynesville Tigers. He is just a sophomore. He's only 135 pounds. He's easy to bring down if you can catch him.
Yeah, if you can catch him, and that's going to be the key right there.
We'll take a break. Our pregame show brought to you by TC Towing, Arby's of St. Robert, and Air Serve Heating and Air. The Tiger Marching Band is on the field as the colors will be coming out here shortly, and we'll have our national anthem coming up in just a moment. Our game brought to you in part by Air Serve Heating and Cooling, your comfort company, locally owned and operated, serving Waynesville and all surrounding areas, along with Clayton Homes of Lebanon, providing more homes to families than any other housing company in America, with more than 1,000 authorized home centers conveniently located around the country, including one office on Highway M in Lebanon. Let's get back to some of the media rankings. This week, Class 6 has CBC out of St. Louis Christian Brothers College at number 1. Columbia Rockbridge Bruins are at number 7 this week. Number 10, Joplin, they dropped out. They were number 10 last week. Class 5, Staley out of the Kansas City area, number 1. That's another team that you've coached up there. They just continue to reload up there, don't they?
Yeah, every year. Every year they reload, and it's a good program. Even the guy that coached there, Fred Bouchard, I went to college with, and he had it really going on.
Fort Zumwalt North at number 2. Fort Osage and Vianney are tied at number 3. Carthage at number 5. North Kansas City at number 6. Battle at 7. The Lebanon Yellow Jackets are at number 8. They were tied for number 8 last week. They are alone at number 8 this week. Timberland at number 9. Jackson at number 10. Chaminade dropped out. Class 4. Webb City number 1. West Plains and Camdenton were number 5 and 6 last week. The West Plains Sisters has jumped up to number 4. Camdenton has dropped off to number 8. And Helias at number 10. Those are some of the prep football rankings for this week. And before we get out of here, I want to give our buddy Brian Robbins a shout down at St. Clair. Brian has got his team ranked number 7 in the state in Class 3 football. Go Boo!
Yeah,
all right.
Go Boog.
We're back in a moment.
Batteries and sluggish engines make for tough travel. That's when TC Towing in Waynesville comes calling. They offer towing for about any vehicle on the road, but you may not know they also offer minor automotive repairs with certified technicians trained on today's cars, trucks, and SUVs. Towing and transport service from one side of town to the other or out of state. Whatever the customer needs, and they accept all major credit cards. 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Towing, transport, and a garage for repair service. Call TC Towing on historic Route 66 in Waynesville at 528-0796. A small town business helping out in a big time way.
When you're feeling hungry, you don't want to mess around with a quarter-pound meat sandwich. Instead, eat one of Arby's new half-pound roast beef sandwiches. 8 ounces of thinly sliced, tender roast beef. And if you really want a quarter pound of beef, that's cool. Just eat half of a half-pound roast beef sandwich. Introducing Arby's new half-pound roast beef sandwiches. Arby's, we have the meat.
Quality and honesty are 2 values customers want and businesses must have. AirServe Heating and Air Conditioning of Waynesville has those values and offers much more. Locally owned and operated, they're your neighbors with finance options and free estimates so you'll know the cost before they start. AirServe is your comfort company, servicing all brands so you're ready for the season. Call 774-7805. You're listening to KOZQ 102.3 FM Waynesville, St. Robert, Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri. Get Napa know-how at St. Robert Auto Supply off Missouri Avenue in St. Robert and get the good stuff 7 days a week.
We're back. Marv Luton along with Shane McPherson here in Tiger Town at Waynesville Stadium as the Tigers get ready to host the Hillcrest Hornets. Hillcrest comes in here at 1-2. Their losses have been to West Plains, 48-0 shutout. I think that's 42-0 to West Plains. And then they lost to Rolla 48-0, or that might be reversed. Anyway, they got their butts whipped by both Rolla and West Plains, and they beat the Glendale Falcons 32-27. And in that game against Glendale, Deion Davis, who is not playing tonight, rushed for 212 yards in that contest last week against Rolla. They were kind of like us against Lebanon. They were held to 85 yards total. Yep. That was 28 passing and 57 rushing. So I think Coach Haynes has the right idea when he talks about we're not 0-3 on the season. We are 0-0 right now. Right. He goes, we're going to come into this game looking for a W. We're looking for our first win. And then next week it will be another week, not looking back. And I think when you have a team with a 24-game losing streak, you have to do it that way.
Exactly. You've got to find the positive, the half glass full and everything. And I think that Coach Haynes is doing that. Last week he's erased. They forgot all about it, and this is a new week, and they're fired up to play.
The Waynesville Tigers are in the Class 5, District 5 bracket that has Lebanon, Willard, Glendale, Waynesville, and Springfield Central. And that's how they stand. Lebanon is the only team that is undefeated at 3-0. They are hosting Glendale tonight as the Waynesville Tigers make their way on the field with the marching band and some of the youth football team down there, as well as I think the freshmen and maybe some of the, I'd say the JV players are out there on the field right now, but some of the freshmen are standing on the sidelines as well. Willard is number 2 in the district. Willard is 2-1. They have racked up 36 1/3 points, while Lebanon has 48 points. Willard is at Carl Junction tonight. That is not going to be good for, that's not going to be easy for Willard. No. Carl Junction is one of the powerhouses in football around the southwest part of the state. Glendale, they are number 3. They are 1-2 on the season. They are at Lebanon, and that is not going to be an easy task for the Glendale Falcons tonight. Waynesville, we are, again, hosting Hillcrest. We are in number 4th spot in the 5-team bracket. 0-3. Springfield Central also 0-3. They are at Camdenton tonight, and that is not going to be, nothing is going to be easy for Springfield Central or the Waynesville Tigers. Central is pretty much in the same boat we are as far as the last 2 years have not won a game.
Right, and the rumor is that they're down to 19 players. Now, I don't know if that's true or not, but if they are down to 19 players and Camdenton puts a serious hurt on them, the Twitter is going nuts on will they forfeit the rest of the season.
Well, let's hope that doesn't happen. I want to win for the Waynesville Tigers, but I don't want the kiss your sister type win,
right, it'd be
where
an empty one.
Yeah,
right.
where it's an empty win, and that's exactly what it would be. But that's where we're supposed to go next week. But we'll see what happens. The West Plains Scissors are at Kickapoo tonight, another Ozark Conference matchup, and again, West Plains, they are just on fire.
They're for real this year. They're all talking on social media is one good thing as far as football season goes because you get a lot of inside stuff, and they're all talking about West Plains having a real shot at Webb City this year, and for them to say that, of course, I don't know if that's a kiss of death or not because if Webb City hears that, they're not going to be real happy to hear that kind of stuff, which would fire them up. But they won't see them till probably the quarters. But at the same time, you know, West Plains has really, really got it rolling, and the coach down there has done an outstanding job since he's been there, and the whole town's excited about it. When you and I went down there last year, I mean, it's a show down there before the game. I mean, they're all tailgating and having a good time, and it's a really, really good thing that's going on down at West Plains, and they sure are performing for their fans.
Well, I think isn't Webb City? Are they in the? I think they are. Are they not in the same district?
No, I think that West Plains goes east.
Okay, I think you're right. West Plains. We're trying to find West Plains on here. Okay, you're right. They are with Cape Central, DeSoto, Farmington. You're right, down in the southeastern part of the state, while Webb City has Bolivar, Carl Junction, Hillcrest, Marshfield, McDonald County, Monette, Neosho, and Webb City, of course, in that Class 4 district. So you're right. They go east. Our captains tonight are Kevin Poinsett, Michael Cassidy, Sheen Butler-Lawson, and Malik Hopper. They are at midfield along with Coach Joe Haynes and the coach of the Hillcrest Hornets, and that is Justin Gerald. Our coin toss is brought to you by Security Banks of Pulaski County. Now, what do you want the Tigers to do if they win the coin toss?
Defer. That's the old defense in me, though.
Yeah.
I want to get our defense out on the field, get a stop for our defense. But, you know, Coach Haynes is an offensive guy. He may want to take the ball and go right after him. I'm not really sure.
Yeah, he's okay. we have one of the coaches up here in the press box, Bill Demolay, and he said, "Yeah, okay, we're going to defer."
Yeah.
But you have to win the toss first.
Yeah.
And that is the key.
And you got to take the ball if they win the toss, because you don't want them to get it twice.
Yeah, we did. What was it? Maybe 2 or 3 years ago, we did that, and I'm thinking, why are we kicking off to them at the beginning of the game? And the second part, the second half of the game, is because we made a mistake on the coin toss.
Yeah, that was 2 years ago. Yeah, that wasn't a real good call.
So our coin toss again brought to you by Security Banks of Pulaski County. Toss your coins in Security Bank and watch your money grow. We'll be back to bring you the kickoff in just a moment. Our pregame show has been brought to you by TC Towing, Arby's, and Air Serve Heating and Air.
King Auto Glass, certified pros working hard for you. We'll fix it right, we'll come to you free, and we'll give you a lifetime guarantee. We've been around for 3 generations, doing our best work every day. Auto Glass is our only business, not a sideline. King Auto Glass.
Park University offers associate and bachelor degree programs at their Fort Wood Campus Center. Additional degree programs are available entirely online. Courses can be completed in 8-week sessions rather than the traditional 16-week semester. Sessions start 5 times a year, giving you multiple entry points. Park also offers additional graduate and certificate programs online. Military and civilians are welcome. Application fees are waived for military personnel. Park accepts VA benefits, tuition assistance, financial aid, and payment plans are available. Park University, a regionally accredited non-profit university. Save time, save money, accelerate your education. 329-2798 or go online, park.edu/go. Leonard Wood.
This is the Pepsi that your father drank and your grandfather drank.
When I was your age, we worked.
This is the Pepsi that your Uncle Ted drank when rock sounded like this. This is the Pepsi for American pastimes. Whether you're tailgating at a speedway or courtside watching your favorite player make a breakaway,
He scored!
this is the Pepsi for those who are forever fun. This is the Pepsi for every generation.
We're back. Marv Luton, Shane McPherson. What a good crowd we have here tonight for this football game. Of course, we got all the little cheerleaders here, and that always brings a big crowd out. Hopefully, they'll stay for after halftime.
Yeah, and, you know, free food doesn't hurt either.
Yeah, you're right. And, again, the international students are out there with their free food. And I sampled some of that free food. I'm sorry. But I'm an American. give me a cheeseburger, please. It was all right, but yeah. I'm sorry. I'd rather have the cheeseburger. Yeah. All right, Aaron Choi will kick it off for the Waysville Tigers. They have won the toss and elected to kick the ball off, deferred to the second half. And Choi will tee it up at the 40-yard line. Week number 4 is about ready to get underway, and Choi sends this deep, and it is fielded at the 1-yard line by Hillcrest. That is Samson Cochran. He goes to the opposite side of the field.
Yep.
He is going to be wrapped up and dropped at the 10, but there is a flag.
We've got an illegal block. Boy, I'll tell you what, Michael Cassidy took a shot, and I think that's going to be coming back. But he popped right up. He's a tough kid.
He's a wrestler.
Yeah, you got to break an arm or something for them to even – then he'll just say, wrap it up. I'll be all right.
Okay, the ball is at the 10-yard line is where it is spotted. And this is going to be, a 15-yard penalty for a block in the back, a 10-yard penalty maybe?
So they'll have to go half the distance.
At least half the distance to the goal.
So it'll be a 5.
So it'll be a 5-yard penalty. Actually, we'll mark it as a 10-yard penalty.
Yep.
And it will be 1st and 10 for the Hillcrest Hornets at their own 5-yard line. They are quarterbacked by Cameron O'Bray. He will wear number 2. We don't have any of the heights or the sizes on the Hillcrest Hornets. He is a senior, that we can tell you.
Yeah, I know you didn't like that, but as a coach, if I'm going away, I'm not giving a whole lot of anything away. But, there's a little bit of size on that offensive line. But we've got finally Breck in there. That's some size for us, too.
Caden Tripp and Jacob York are the defensive ends. Tim Breck and Maximo Reyes are the defensive linemen. Tigers line up in a 4-2-5 defense. Ian Williams and Maurice Fiame are the 2 linebackers. We'll get the D-backs who are going to be playing linebacker as well coming up. And here's a handoff up the middle. Waynesville Tigers stack it. A gain of 1 on the play. Ball carrier is Trevor Goodman. And like you said, he is going to get a lot of calls here tonight. They pick up about 2.5, 3.
Yeah, and the Coach Klutz told me that where number 39 goes, where he lines up, is usually, and where he goes off the snap is where they go. So 39 should be able to follow him pretty good tonight and give us a good idea, and that's a pretty big, large fella right there.
2nd down, and they're calling it 8 on the scoreboard. So it'll be a short 8. Here is a snap out of the shotgun, and the Tigers wrap him up in the backfield. That's going to be a loss of 2, and this is going to bring the ball right back to the 10 or 11-yard line. Good defensive pressure that time by the Waynesville Tigers as the defensive line at that time, Shane, those 2 defensive linemen, Breck and Reyes, just pushed their way into the backfield of the Hillcrest Hornets.
They sure did. Got a passing situation here. Maybe a draw or a screen type of situation. Try to get one off real quick.
Desmond Dawkins, Kevin Poinsett, A.J. Martin, Malik Hopper, and Michael Cassidy are the D-backs for the Waynesville Tigers. And again, they'll come up and they'll pop in at a linebacker position when the Tigers stack up the box. And again, in motion, and we have another penalty by the Hillcrest Hornets. Moving forward was Trevor Goodman out of the backfield. You can go sideways, but you cannot move forward.
Right. And that'll put them back another 3, or it's another 3 yards.
That's another 5-yard penalty, but they are, like you said, they're at the 6, so halfway to the halfway of a 5-yard penalty puts them back at the 1. Or do you decline this? You're still looking at 3rd and 9 if you're the Tigers.
Well, I don't think you can.
I don't think you can decline a motion penalty. So that is going to stick them all the way back at the, well, they should. That ball, if the line of scrimmage is the 11 or at the 7-yard line.
Yeah, they'll be at the 8. It was at the 11, so they're going to be at the 8.
Okay.
Well, actually, they're on the 4.
Yeah, they're on the 4, so they only moved it halfway to the distance of the goal.
Right.
And here is the snap, and again, it goes to the running back, and Goodman breaks it. He's down at about the 9-yard line, so the Waynesville Tigers are going to get the ball back on a 3-and-out by the Hillcrest Hornets. They'll be booting the ball away. Good defensive stand by this Waynesville Tiger team to start this game off.
That's exactly what they needed to start this game off, was a 3-and-out. And it certainly did work out. I mean, they gave a little bit, but they didn't. They knew where the sticks were, and they got him down.
We will not know what to do with good field position.
Well, hopefully we will.
Last week we had good field position for one series, and after that we didn't get the ball past our own 40.
That's right.
kicking it in the end zone. And
Jerry?
here's a low kick. It is going to bounce at the 35. It's going to be fielded at the 45-yard line by the Tigers. And that is Malik Hopper down inside the 30 to the Hillcrest 29-yard line. So the Waynesville Tigers on Hillcrest 29, 1st and 10. That is good field position.
Yes, it is. Now we've got to just execute. This is a night for Sheen to really just go off.
The Tiger offensive line will see either Kevin Poinsett or Michael Cassidy lined up as probably an eligible tackle. Charles Willingham, Tim Breck, the center, Maximo Reyes, and Jess Magnia. And the running back, Sheen Butler Lawson, Deontay Garland, the fullback, and Mike Lewis, the quarterback for the Waynesville Tigers.
Well, they got Reyes there at that tackle. Poinsett is out wide.
He's out wide. In motion goes Kevin Poinsett. Lewis tosses the ball back to Butler Lawson. Up the middle he goes, and he is going to carry a couple of Hillcrest Hornets with him down to the 21-yard line. They may spot this at the 22 if his knee went down first. Nope, at the 21.
So he got 8.
8 yards on the play. 2nd and a deuce for the Waynesville Tigers.
It's a good situation to be in right here.
2nd and 2. I always love that because you could do so much with that football on a 2nd and 2. Deuces to the left, 1 to the right. Lewis
counter
brings it back, and he will keep it, and he will be drugged down by Hillcrest's answer to Troy Paliamalo.
Yes.
That is Cyrus Moi.
Well, he probably should have given that ball. Mr. Lewis should have given that ball to Sheen, unless that was designated as a keep. But the guy is just, it flew away and you're staying, and that guy stayed, and he got a good deal.
Yeah, loss of 5 on the play. 3rd down now, and about 7 for the Tigers. Lewis back to throw. The little lefty fires. This one's low and in the dirt, incomplete.
Well, now I see us going for it with, you're in a good spot now where we can go for it. Last week, a couple of times, we kind of questioned that a little bit, but you're 4th and about 7, 6. On the 25.
Yeah, Sergio Carrillo, the intended receiver for the Waynesville Tigers, and the Tigers are going to bring some tight ends into the ball game.
Punt.
Oh, we are?
Oh, no, we're going to try a field goal.
No, we are going to try a field goal from our own
42-yarder.
42-yard field goal by Aaron Choi.
Come on,
Here
Aaron.
is the snap. Choi boots it. He's got the foot, but just misses off to the right. He had the distance, but it went wide to the right. So the Tigers try a field goal on their opening drive, come up empty, but still the fact that they had a chance to put some points on the board.
And it had the distance. He just didn't have it centered, and, that's good news for us later that we can hit one from 40. So
you bet. So Hillcrest will take over 1st and 10 on their own 25-yard line. Hillcrest Hornets, again, able to dodge a bullet after giving the ball back to the Waynesville Tigers after a 3-and-out, and the Tigers' defense is going to be called on again.
Okay, same set as the call. That's a tall set where he's right behind in the gun.
And again, we have a Wildcat formation, new quarterback in for the Hillcrest Hornets. Here is the snap, handoff to a running back again. That is going to be Trevor Goodman, and he will go off of right tackle, and he'll pick up maybe a half a yard.
Maybe.
Not much.
I don't believe he got anything on that.
So I'm trying to pick up a number on the new quarterback into the game. Well, coming back in right now is going to be Cameron O'Bray. So O'Bray, again, just came out of the huddle. He might have had some equipment issues over there, which is why he wasn't in for that first snap.
That was number 13 that was a quarterback.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That was Cochran.
Yeah.
Here is the snap. O'Bray rolls off to his left. He's got some room. He's got a man. Oh, almost open, but good coverage that time by the Waynesville Tigers. Coming up and making the defensive play was A.J. Martin. Got his hand up in the air and tipped that ball, or at least got his hand up in the air and kind of blinded the receiver, and the ball was a little overthrown anyway.
Well, 13 made a heck of an effort for it, but I got to tell you, A.J. mistimed that a little bit, but, he's what? He's 6'2", and that makes a difference when you get a hand up in the face.
Samson Cochran was the intended receiver, and the ball, again, a little overthrown that time, so it's going to bring up a 3rd down now, and 10 for the Hillcrest Hornets. Ball still at the 25-yard line. Quarterback Back to throw. He rolls out to the outside. Here come the Tigers. A pass is complete at the 30 and hauled down shy of the first down. Good defensive play that time by the Waynesville Tigers. As coming up on that play for Waynesville, that was Desmond Dawkins, who was on the receiver, who was cutting across the middle. Dawkins never got too far away from him.
No, he never did. And, that we kept him in bounds, and we kept him inside the stick, so we've got another punt situation. Is that another 3 and out?
Yep, another 3 and out, 4th down and 4. We have yet to have a first down here in this contest. So, again, the Hornets will kick the ball away.
Oh,
and
fake.
Here's a fake, and they are going to pick up the first down. They get it up to the 39-yard line. They caught the Tigers napping that time.
Yeah, they sure did.
So the first down, and that went to Cochran. He took the snap. He was making the call, and that was a gutsy call, I would say, by Justin Gerald for the Hillcrest Hornets, but the Waynesville Tigers did not prove when they had the ball that they could take it into the end zone. So, you roll the dice.
Right, and you do that a lot in this game, and you can either be the hero or the zero, and the coach for Hillcrest turned out to be a hero on that one.
1st and 10 for Hillcrest, the ball at their own 38-yard line. No score in this game. We have 6:40 left to go here in the opening quarter.
They're going to run the ball. Cochran's back there again.
Again, out of the Wildcat, Cochran hands off. Malik Hopper makes the tackle at the 38-yard line. They're going to pick up, is that
a yard?
A yard, maybe.
I'll give him a yard.
They're going to spot it at the 39, so a 1-yard gain on the play. Good tackling by this Waynesville Tiger team. Hopper came up again. He is back in a cornerback or a safety slot.
Right.
And he came up when he saw the run. He just filled that box, and he came up and hit the pop.
Well, he has to run that lane, in his spot. He has to run that lane, and he runs it very well, and he tackles very well.
So 2nd down now and 9 for Hillcrest. Getting the ball on their own 39-yard line. Working under center, and here's the quarterback rolling out to the right, and he throws and overthrows his intended receiver, and guess who was all over him, and that was Malik Hopper again.
Malik's having a very good first quarter.
Cameron O'Bray again overthrew his intended receiver. 3rd and 9 for Hillcrest. We watched O'Bray in practice a little bit.
Yeah.
And you and I both thought that he wasn't as accurate on his throws in practice as he probably needed to be, and apparently that has carried over here into this contest.
Well, he's 1 for 3, and both the incompletes have been pretty much bad balls. So.
Yeah. So it's a 3rd down now and 9 for the Hillcrest Hornets. And here is again O'Brien on a keeper. Now he throws, and he off balance, and he hits his tight end out to the outside, and that was Brock Schaffitzel. Actually more of a flanker, did not pick up the first down, gets knocked out of bounds at the 43-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 5 on the play. It's going to bring up a 4th and 5. Now let's see what the Hillcrest Hornets do.
Malik made just an excellent tackle on that, too. I mean, it was just a catch, and he had him down, and that's a big boy to get down, and he went down quickly. So let's see if they do this punt this time.
Blake Hanna is the punter, and he takes the snap, boots this thing high up in the air. It's going to be fielded at the 20-yard line by the Waynesville Tigers.
Numbers.
And coming out is Dawkins. He's to the 40-yard line, and he gets hauled out of bounds at the Waynesville Tiger 45. Good return that time by Desmond Dawkins, the 175-pound senior for the Waynesville Tigers on the return.
Yep, good field position to start off with. A good 20-yard return to get us going here. Let's go ahead and get Sheen loose.
Let's get those sticks moving down the field.
Yeah, that would be great.
That is the key right now, and we have 5:28 left to go, and I believe we have a referee's timeout on the field.
Hydration station.
Take a break. We'll be back with more in a moment.
Real estate made easy with Team Ellis at RE/MAX. Lisa Ellis has been selling real estate in the Waynesville, St. Robert, Fort Wood area for over 20 years. She knows the area as well as anyone in real estate, and with the revolving doors in a military market, Team Ellis at RE/MAX stays on top of their game, and that in turn helps you out, the buyer or seller. Contact Team Ellis at 320 Eichard Avenue in the Townfield Plaza, Suite X, behind McDonald's in Waynesville. Call the office at 774-2653 or her cell at 528-4353. Lisa Ellis, your RE/MAX professional realtor. Colleges are notorious for charging fees, application fees, book fees, technology fees, graduation fees. Well, You get the point. At Columbia College, we came up with a better way. No fees, no book costs, and no surprises. That's the truth. We call it Truition. Learn more at fortwood.ccis.edu.
We're back. Marv Luton along with Shane McPherson. Waynesville Tiger football. 1st and 10 on the 40-yard line. On the Tiger 40-yard line, Michael Lewis is the quarterback. Sheen Butler-Lawson is the tailback. We've got movement on the line of scrimmage. They moved on the defensive side but didn't jump, and one of the Tiger linemen made the move, and I believe they are going to nail. I don't have Maximo Reyes.
Yes, and it was him.
Reyes moved on the line, so that will cost the Tigers 5. Move it back to the 40-yard line. Brings up a 1st down and 15.
Same play.
Reyes, the left guard, and he is in front of Moi, the Troy Polamalu lookalike. And here's Butler Lawson, goes to the outside, and Moi gets him.
Nothing.
I'll tell you what, this Cyrus Moi, M-O-I, is, I guess that's how you pronounce his last name. He is, just by looking at his hair and his name, I would suggest, and I know this is stereotyping people, but I would say he's probably a Samoan.
I would guess so, yeah. Because if he isn't a Troy Polamalu lookalike, I don't know who
Yeah,
is.
he's got that long, stringy hair all the way halfway down his back. Here's Lewis, a little flank throw to the outside, and Jalen Andrews gets this, and Andrews gets knocked out of bounds at the 45. He'll get back to the original line of scrimmage, brings up a 3rd and 10 for the Waynesville Tigers.
Yeah, it was just a quick out or a quick stop pattern. Got us back to the original, gives us a 3rd and 10.
So again, the Tigers trying to move the sticks. This will be a passing play. Deuces left, 1 to the right. Lewis, the quarterback. He'll roll to his left, look downfield, and whip this thing, and he overthrows his intended receiver and almost gets it picked
I believe
off.
That's going to be on us.
Yeah, that may be an offensive pass interference on the Waynesville Tigers. That ball was so far overthrown, nobody was going to catch it. I don't know why they just don't wave that flag off.
Well, the thing about it is it's going to be an offensive pass interference. Now, you might want to take this penalty because that's going to put us back to the 30.
That'll be a 15-yard penalty, and if that puts us back to the 30, we'll have a 3rd and 25.
Right.
If they decline it, we'll kick the ball away.
I'd like Mr. Lewis maybe to look a little shorter, but they went ahead and declined it and put us at 4th and 10. But he looks for that home run ball every once in a while.
And that was not there.
Right.
There. I mean, if we were on the backside of the receiver or on the backside of the defender, I'd say let that thing go, but we were not.
Right.
It was well covered, and he overthrew it, and which was a pretty good thing.
Yes.
So the Tigers are going to punt it away. Aaron Choi will stand at his 32-yard line. He gets the ball, kicks it up in the air, and he kicks it away from Sampson, the intended returner, and it will be downed at the 28-yard line. It looks like 27 or 28, depending on where the referee decides to put it. One of them standing at the 27, the other one at the 28. But it will be 1st and 10 for the Hillcrest Hornets. 4:14 left to go in the opening quarter. No score in this football game.
Defenses are making stops on both sides of the ball. Right now, nobody's really got loose yet. I'd expect somebody to bust one here before too long, and I hope it's black and orange that does it.
So Hillcrest breaks the huddle. Again, O'Bray, their quarterback. He's a tall one.
Yes, he is.
Works out of the pistol. About 5 yards behind the center. Gets ready, takes the snap, drops back, a little flare pass to the outside.
Oh,
Samson Cochran caught it, and the Waynesville Tigers all over it, and they popped him immediately. Making the play that time for the Tigers is Aaron McDaniel, who came out of nowhere, and he read that very well.
Yes, he did. He finished it very well as well.
So
loss of 5.
McDaniel on the pop that time, and again, like Shane just said, loss of 5 on the play, 2nd and 15. Ball back to the 25-yard line of Kickapoo. Again, they bring Cochran back in for the wild card, or the Wildcat. He takes the snap, and he will take it to the outside on a quarterback keeper, and he is going to be wrapped up and dropped this time by Maurice Fiabe.
And that's another loss.
So that is going to be a loss of another 3 on the play. Brings up a 3rd down now and about 13. They've got 16 on the scoreboard.
Yeah, I believe that's right.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. When you add up all the little hash marks over there. So, again, a big third down play for the Hillcrest Hornets, a bigger play for this Tiger defense. If you can get them here on a 4 and out, you get some more decent field position, and that's one thing the Tigers have had. So far, they have not been able to cash in on it, however.
Bringing the house.
Here is the snap. O'Bray back to throw. He has to hurry, and he throws it incomplete as the Tigers were all over him in the backfield. He had to unload that, and I'm trying to pick up a number who came in on the blitz. And was that Dawkins or
yeah,
is that number 8?
Was.
No, that's number 8.
Oh, number 8.
That's Ian Williams.
Yes.
On the blitz. He came in, and he made O'Bray throw that ball a lot faster than he wanted to. So another punting situation for the Hillcrest Hornets. Coming back in is Blake Hanna. Hanna's been busy.
Yep.
This is his actually third actual punt, and then there was the fake. He kicks this one. This is going to be fielded by the Tigers at the 35-yard line, and that was Desmond Dawkins. But Dawkins, when he caught it, the knee went down.
Sure did. Sure did. No, the referee was all over it. It was a good call.
Yeah, but still great field position. You know, I thought he was going to fair catch it to begin with. But when he caught it, he had to lean forward a little bit, Shane, to catch it, and then his knee went down. But still, the Tigers have it at their own 46-yard line.
Right.
1st and 10, great field position for this Tiger football team with 2:37 left to go in the opening quarter.
It's been good field position every possession we've had. Now we've just got to establish, get a couple first downs, and I'm telling you, I'm feeling it. I think Sheen's going to bust one here in just a few minutes.
Butler Lawson is in the backfield. Tigers got deuces to the left. Nobody on the right side of the field. That's the long side of the field. And here is Butler Lawson, and he's going to the outside. He breaks 1, he breaks 2, still on his feet, but there's no help out there for him. He lunges forward to the 50-yard line, down to the 49 of the Hillcrest Hornets. He gets some yardage when there was nothing there to get.
Right, he got 6. He got 6 and earned every one of them himself.
The Tiger blockers just didn't get out there in time. Butler Lawson outran his blocking. But still, when you outrun your blocking and still pick up 5 or 6 yards,
you'll take it every time.
You bet you will.
Got Sumter in the backfield now.
Lewis working out of the pistol formation. 2nd and 5.5 for the Tigers. Ball at the 49-yard line. Cassidy goes in motion. They fake to Cassidy. Good block by Cassidy, and that springs Lewis. He's free for a first down to the 40-yard line. The Tigers move the sticks for the first time in this football game.
That was a good run by Lewis. He lunged forward and got 10 yards out of it and gave us a first down.
And again, Cassidy on the block. That sprung him to the outside. That gave him that extra yardage. That's what they needed on the previous play. On the other side of the field was a couple of extra blockers.
And Lewis has some quicks, man. When he turned that corner, he came up through there, and they couldn't get to him.
1st and 10 at the Hillcrest 40-yard line. Lewis back to throw. A little flare pass out to the side to Cavalier. Cavalier dodges one tackle. Ball is loose. Or did it go out of bounds?
Let's hope so.
I think it's still Tiger football.
And it gave us a gain, too.
Yeah, gain on the play, and they are going to move the sticks about 4 yards, 5 yards.
We'll
2nd down and 5 for the Tigers.
Call it 5.
I don't know if the ball did come loose. It looked like it did from up here. Everybody was scrambling to get out of bounds, and that's apparently where the ball went. So we'll call it 2nd and 6 for the Tigers. Lewis back to throw. Butler Lawson in front of him for a block, and Lewis slips as he goes down. I don't think he was hit before he threw the ball. I think he just lunged forward, and that ball might have been tipped at the line of scrimmage.
I think that grass monster got him on that one, and here comes Emperado.
Aaron Emperado back into the game for the first time for the Waynesville Tigers at the quarterback position. Platooning a quarterback is nothing unusual for this Waynesville Tiger team. Emperado will have Sheen Butler Lawson behind him.
Now we're in a kind of that flex bone almost.
Flex bone with a couple of fullbacks in front of the quarterback. Emperado hands off to Lawson. A couple of good blocks inside, but not enough. That time as they just piled over Damian Machuca. Is that how you pronounce his last name? Machua. And they just plowed over Machua. And they got the Butler Lawson in the backfield. So it's 4th down and 13 now. Tigers lost a bunch on that one.
Well, they didn't get any push at all. They got very little push out of their offensive line, and it made a big difference on that one.
So the defense for Hillcrest stands tall. 4th down and 13. Aaron Choi into the game to punt the football away for the Tigers. He'll stand back at his 45. Here come the Hornets. The ball is kicked, and we're going to have a flag. And it is going to be a roughing the kicker flag on the punter for the Hillcrest Hornets, Blake Hanna, who came in and hit Choi. Choi got the punt away. The ball goes up in the air. It was not touched, and we're going to have a roughing the kicker.
That ought to be an automatic first down.
Flag is thrown back at the 45-yard line where Choi was kicking it from. At least a 15-yard penalty for the Waynesville Tigers. And if they mark that from a line of scrimmage, that'll barely get us a first down. If they mark it from where the actual infraction took place, we don't have a prayer at a first down.
And I'm not sure. Is it an automatic first down? I'm not for sure if it is or not.
Well, let's see where they're going. If they're going to mark this from the line of scrimmage.
And they are.
The line of scrimmage is going to be the 43-yard line of Hillcrest. We're waiting for the referee to start his steps. He is looking over at the sidelines.
Oh, he called it a running into it. He didn't call a
personal foul. So running into the kicker, that is only a 5-yard penalty. So that is going to bring up a 4th down and about 8 for the Tigers.
I don't believe that was a running.
Coach Haynes is hot.
Well, I think he should be. I don't think that's a running into the kicker. He didn't get blocked into that kicker. He just went for it. I believe that's a personal foul.
And the referee is trying to get Haynes over there. Coach Haynes on the sideline. He is livid. He wants to talk to the head referee. He wants to bring him over. And the side judge is pushing Haynes back over, well, not pushing him, but telling him to get back. And Haynes now is off the field. And he is going to chew a little bit on the head referee and explain to him why that should be a first down for the Waynesville Tigers.
And I agree with Coach Haynes on that. That was not running into the kicker. That was a personal foul.
Yeah, he bounced it pretty good. That was not a great call by the referee. You're right. I think that should have been because Choi went down.
Yeah.
He just didn't get bumped into. He got knocked down. I don't think Haynes is going to win this, though.
No,
I really don't.
I don't really ever remember a whole lot of coaches ever winning any of them. But I think he sent a message, too. It tells, it lets the kids know that he's fighting for his team. That's not necessarily a bad thing. Now, will Coach Haynes go for it?
I think so. If he went for all them last week, he may call a timeout. I think he's going to have to. He's going to have to settle himself down first. So the Tigers call a timeout. They're first here in the opening half of this football game with 39 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. We're coming right back.
Notorious for charging fees, application fees, book fees, technology fees, graduation fees. Well, you get the point. At Columbia College, we came up with a better way. No fees, no book costs, and no surprises. That's the truth. We call it Truition. Learn more at fortwood.ccis.edu. That's fortwood.ccis.edu.
I'm here in the middle of the beautiful Ozarks.
I'm in one of the most exciting phases of my life.
But it's definitely time to relocate to a place of my own.
Somewhere I can power nap in peace.
Where I can have my buddies over anytime I want.
Somewhere close to where I need to be when I need to be there.
I wonder what my housing options are.
Alford Beatty Communities offers move-in ready 2, 3, and 4-bedroom homes in both single-family and
We're back. Marv Luton along with Shane McPherson. Tigers are going to go for it on a 4th and 8 in Hillcrest territory at their 39. Lewis back to throw, and here come the Hornets, and Lewis tucks it and runs to the outside, and he will get back to the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 on the play, and the Hillcrest Hornets will take over on their own 40-yard line. Lewis wanted to throw the ball downfield. Nobody was open. Good coverage that time by the Hillcrest Hornets, and he was being chased by Cyrus Mois again.
Yeah, Maw's all over the field, offensively and defensively. And defensively, he's definitely made an impact on that defensive line. They're running that three front, kind of what we used to do a long time ago, with that three, like a 3-5 look, 3-3 look.
So it's 1st and 10 for Hillcrest. And again, O'Bray back in the game. Cameron O'Bray, the quarterback for the Hillcrest Hornets. They've got trips to the right. Tigers now get over there, cover everybody. Here's a little flare pass to the outside. Goes to Samson Cochran. He is popped at the line of scrimmage, and he is going to lose two. Depending now, if they stop his forward progress where he got popped, they lose one.
Right.
If they put it where he was tackled, he loses about 10.
Right. So he lost one.
Bummer.
Yeah.
Second and
exactly.
11. So, yeah, he got popped immediately by the Tigers, and I'm not sure. The Tigers read that very well.
Yes, they did.
There were like 3 black jerseys all over, and that is the end of quarter number 1. As we are done with the first quarter of a scoreless game. Hillcrest and Waynesville coming back in a moment.
I'm here in the middle of the beautiful Ozarks.
I'm in one of the most exciting phases of my life.
But it's definitely time to relocate to a place of my own.
Somewhere I can power nap in peace.
Where I can have my buddies over anytime I want.
Somewhere close to where I need to be when I need to be there.
I wonder what my housing options are.
Alford Beatty Communities offers move-in ready 2, 3, and 4-bedroom homes in both single-family and townhome styles. Located at Fort Leonard Wood in Missouri, our residents enjoy a secure and comfortable hometown environment with the convenience of 24-hour maintenance, lawn care services, and community events. For more information, call Balfour Beatty today at 573-329-1013.
The year was 1911. The first Indianapolis 500 was run. IBM was incorporated. Groundbreaking began for the famed Fenway Park in Boston. The great communicator Ronald Reagan was born, and so was the Bank of Crocker. 107 years later, the Bank of Crocker is still going strong and has grown in more ways than one. They're still your full-service home-owned bank, but with today's latest technology, you can do your banking anywhere in the world and do it from a cell phone. And there's a few more branches on their family tree, with 4 locations in Crocker, Richland, Waynesville, and St. Robert. The Bank of Crocker, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
We're back, quarter number 2, getting ready to get underway. Marv Luton along with Shane McPherson. Waynesville Tigers, Hillcrest Hornets. No score after 1. Hillcrest will have the ball on their own 40-yard line, looking at a 2nd and 11. Again, that Wildcat offense in with Samson Cochran as their quarterback.
Kind of a spread look here. 39 goes to the right.
Deuces left, and here's the handoff. Up the middle it goes. And the Waynesville Tigers, gain of about 3 on the play before the Tigers wrap up the halfback who took the ball. And I'm not sure, was that, yeah, that was number 20.
Yes, it was.
Trevor Goodman.
Yep. He's gotten most of the carries. And not very productive. He's only got 11 yards and 6 carries. So we're doing a good job on the run defense.
You're right. That's because of the good Tiger defense. Now Tim Breck coming out of the game, and Maximo Reyes as the Tigers go for a smaller line.
Right.
3rd down now and about 8. And here is the quarterback keeper, rolls to the outside, fires this thing down the flat, and it goes incomplete, leaping up in the air and trying to one-hand it that time. I believe that was Samson again, Samson Cochran.
Boy, that kid sacrifices his body because he hit it straight on his back, and he's gonna feel that one later. But that was another instance where, O'Bray just didn't kind of threw it behind him. The kids are making the effort to catch the ball, but O'Bray is just not really on target very well.
He has not been on target tonight very much. So it's 4th down now and 8, and the punting unit comes on for Hillcrest again. That is Hopper, and that is Dawkins deep for the Waynesville Tigers. The kick is up, and Hopper will receive it at the 20-yard line. He cuts to the right, and he gets wrapped up, and he gets hit immediately.
Thank you.
Let there be light,
Let there be light.
Sitting there looking at, okay, why can't I see my my score sheet? Turn on the lights, stupid. All right, we do have lights in the press box. They did pay their bill here at Waynesville. 11:07 left to go, no score in this contest. The Waynesville Tigers will have it 1st and 10 on the 27-yard line. That's the Tiger 27-yard line as coming back on the field for Waynesville. again, is Aaron Emperado, who will take this session for the Waynesville Tigers.
Well, they are platooning those, getting them back and forth.
Now, the coach said, Mike Lewis was going to start the game, but Aaron Emperado would be a big part of this contest. Again, he works out of the pistol, takes the pitch, tosses it back to Butler Lawson, cuts to the outside, but the Hillcrest Hornets are there. They grab Sheen and wrap him up, a loss of 3 on the play.
He just can't. He got to the outside, and that outside linebacker was right there trying to turn him back inside, and they've got no push on their offensive line.
Exactly right. No push on the offensive line, and nobody out there to help him to knock that linebacker out of the way and let him turn that corner. Deuces to the right, deuces to the left. Emperado takes the snap, and here's a handoff. This goes to Sumter, and he slips, and he loses his footing as he comes out of the backfield. Sean Sumter, who's going to get a few extra carries here tonight, but
he lost one there.
Yeah, he lost one there. Third down now, and about 14 for the Tigers. Actually, 3rd and 13 for Waynesville. The ball back at the 25-yard line of the Tigers. Another passing situation, and that brings Mike Lewis back into the game now for the Waynesville Tigers. Hillcrest showing blitz, and that time I think the blitzing linebacker or the safety, Trent Duncan, jumped. He went all the way across the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, he was in the backfield there for a second.
So another penalty. That is the 3rd penalty. 20 yards in penalties for the Hillcrest Hornets. None for the Waynesville Tigers.
3rd and 8. This is a manageable down right here. Just get a good stop pattern or a good sideline route pattern to the sticks, we call it.
Move the sticks. Let's see if the Tigers can get it done. Ball is on the 30. Lewis works out of the pistol formation. Deuces left, deuces right. Now Carrillo goes in motion.
They're checking the defense to see how they're lined up. They're changing the play.
Sheen Butler Lawson drops from a flanker now into the halfback position. Drops back as an extra blocker. Lewis launches this thing downfield, and the Tigers got a beat, and the ball comes incomplete, intended for Jalen Andrews, and he was on the backside of the defenders, but the ball goes through his hands. What a nice throw by Lewis, and unfortunately, the catch was not made by Andrews.
It was a good ball. He went for the home run again, but he got past him, and it was one of those that would have been a great catch, great throw, and just went right through his hands.
So a punting situation now for the Waynesville Tigers. Brings up a 4th down now, and 8, and Choi will kick it away around his own 20-yard line. Here's a snap. It is high. He dropped the ball, and Choi will run to the outside. He is also a quarterback. He'll roll to the outside, down the sidelines. He is still on his feet. He picks up enough for a 1st down.
Does he?
A broken play.
He sure
and
did.
Aaron Choi, if he did not go out of bounds in front of the Tiger bench, he gets the 1st down, and they are moving the sticks.
How about that?
A broken play that time for the Waynesville Tigers, and Aaron Choi made it work. Again, Choi is a quarterback also. He is one of the 3rd-string quarterbacks on this team, and he had that arm cocked like he was going to throw it, and the defense backed off a little bit, and he took off around the corner and turned it on.
Yeah, he got 15 yards out of that, and I'm putting him on the rushing stats.
So 1st and 10 for the Waynesville Tigers. The ball at the Tiger 43-yard line. Maybe that's the spark this plug needed.
Yeah, we needed that.
Because it has been a rather boring game, 3 and outs and 3 and outs. And here's a high snap. Emperado reaches up, catches it, and he will go nowhere. He is going to get wrapped up. That is going to be a loss of 5 on the play. And again, back there for the Hillcrest Hornets was Cyrus Mois.
Boy, that's what, 7, 8 tackles for Mois already?
Yeah. He has been all over this field.
Yeah,
again, that was a high snap. It popped out of the hands of Emperado up in the air. He caught it and turned around, ran to the right side, and tried to cut it up the middle, but there was nothing there. So Mike Lewis back into the game now for the Tigers. Trips to the right, 1 to the left. Butler Lawson in the backfield. Lewis gets ready to take the snap. He gets it. It's a little flare pass to the outside, and it is over the hands of, let's see, I think that was Cameron Cavalier. A little bit high that time.
Need to put it down in the basket just a little bit more. He had it up above his hands. So we're 3rd and 15.
He had Cavalier over on the outside. Also has Anthony Bledsoe over there now. So third again, like you said, 3rd and 15. Trips to the left this time. Deuces out to the right. Passing situation for the Tigers. Lewis back to throw. He's got plenty of time, and he'll cut it up the middle now. He's going to be wrapped up from behind. Again, you have to get rid of that football.
Right.
That time the sack made by the Hillcrest Hornets, Austin Mahan.
And guess who else was around it?
Moi.
Yes.
4th down. And about 18 now for the Tigers. Again, another punting situation. As Aaron Choi will get this one, perfect snap. And he kicks this one, and he'll kick it low, and it'll roll to the 40-yard line, down to the 35. Picked up at the 33, and that is Samson Cochran. That was a gutsy play by Cochran.
Sure was.
Picked it up right around the sidelines. If nothing else, you just fall out of bounds.
Right.
And if you get a chance, you step over the intended tackler, but that was not happening. The Waynesville Tigers knocked him out of bounds.
Well, Cochran seems to be kind of like their little spark plug.
Yeah.
You know? He's the one that's going to try to create and make something happen. And when you got two teams like this, anything can happen and quite possibly will. So,
could this be a 7-0 game?
It could.
Could this be a 3-0 game?
It could be a special teams win. You just never know on something like this because offensively, either team hasn't really generated any kind of sustaining offense yet.
8:25 left to go. Goose Eggs on the board. No score in this contest. Hillcrest has it 1st and 10 at their own 35. They're going deep. And the way that we may have a pick, and the Tigers pick it off. And that time, again, that was Kevin Poinsett. He got in front of Samson Cochran. That was not a well-thrown ball, first off.
And I think that he had everything that he had into that ball the way he threw it, and it just didn't travel very well. It hung up really well, and Poinsett stepped in front of it, made a nice catch.
And Poinsett had to go back to get it. So that, when you're throwing a ball like that, you want that on the backside of the defender, and that one was way in front of the defender. And, again, the Tigers get the pick. First turnover in this contest, an interception for the Waynesville Tigers as Kevin Poinsett picks it off, and we are going to have another officials timeout. And again, it's another water break. We'll take a break ourselves. Back in a moment.
Life today, you owe yourself a good night's sleep. Hi, this is Katrina at Lynch's Furniture and Mattresses in St. Robert. A good night of sleep does wonders for yourself and everybody around you. So stop by and check out over 20 different Serta mattress sets, most in stock in twin, full, queen, and king sizes. The best part, queen-size Serta mattresses start at only $3.99. So for your sake and those around you, get a good night's sleep on a Serta mattress from Lynch's Furniture and Mattresses in St. Robert, or shop online at lynchesfurnitureandappliance.com.
What if you stepped out of the picture tonight? How would you want to be remembered? And who would make decisions about planning your funeral service? This is Martin Vernon, owner of Memorial Chapels and Crematory. We help families create meaningful services that respect and honor the memory of their loved one's life. At Memorial Chapels and Crematory, we offer our support and guidance when your family needs us the most.
It's 1st and 10 for the Waynesville Tigers. The ball at their own 38-yard line after the interception by Kevin Poinsett. Mike Lewis back into the game for the Tigers. He works under center. Sheen Butler-Lawson in the backfield. Here's the fake to Lawson. Lewis keeps it, and the defensive pursuit. That time they grabbed Lewis behind the line of scrimmage, behind the offensive line, grab him. There was 3 Hillcrest Hornets that grabbed Lewis.
Well, they're just getting absolutely – are we even touching them on the offensive line? It just seems like we're not getting any kind of block whatsoever. There was 4 or 5.
Okay, if that's the case, I'm thinking screen pass.
Well, yeah.
You know, if they're coming that fast, let's try something
just dump it over the middle.
That's right, that catches them. And Lewis hands off to Butler Lawson. He's got a little bit of running room to the outside to the 41-yard line before he's knocked down. It's only a gain of 4 on the play, but that's positive yardage for the Waynesville Tigers, something we haven't had in a while.
Actually, they're going to give him 7 on that, Marv.
Okay, because of the loss before, so it's going to bring 3rd down now and 7 for the Tigers. The ball spotted at the 42-yard line. Get another one like that, we get another 1st down.
Right.
We've only had 2 first downs here in this contest, but Hillcrest, they've only had 1. Lewis back to throw, rolls out to the right. He's got some time. Now he'll take it and run. He busts loose at the 50.
I think
and
he got it.
Well, let's see where they're going to take his knee down. He's got it. You're right. Another first down. He got hit behind the first down marker, but then fell forward, kept his balance, and when his knee finally went down, it was on the other side of the 48-yard line, and that makes it a first down for the Tigers.
Nice to call that on a first down. That's a nice deal. And now we're almost in their territory and kind of getting things going, maybe.
But did you see one of the blockers in front of him was Shane Butler-Lawson?
It sure was. And he threw a good block,
Yeah,
too.
and that's one of the nice things about having Butler-Lawson back there. He can block for you if you have some speed in the backfield. Deuces right, deuces left, 1st and 10 for the Tigers. Here is the snap. Lewis back to throw. Flares to the other opposite side. Andrews gets the ball. He is still on his feet.
Good.
He's going to pick up 8 yards on the play.
Sure did.
Jalen Andrews, a little screen pass to the wide receiver. He is able to take it and cut up field for 8 yards on the gain. And that is going to be close to another first down for the Waynesville Tigers.
Well, just like you said, Marv, just a little screen pass, just like that. Did we have a flag?
I don't see one, but they
Yeah, we
are
do.
marking it. They're bringing it back.
Yeah.
It's going to be an illegal procedure penalty on the Waynesville Tigers motion. So that'll bring the ball back. I did not see that. I did not see that at all.
No. Is that our first penalty?
That is our second penalty. Both of them have been for 5 yards. That one hurt.
Yeah, it did, because just what you said, we went that screen
That would have been
pass.
2nd and 2.
Yep.
Now we're looking at 1st and 15.
Wholesale changes on the offense right now. Looks like more of a run set, possibly.
Andrews coming back out. Is that Sumter that came back in
I
for
think
the
it's
Waynesville
Sumter.
Tigers?
Yeah.
Didn't pick up the number as he was going. And here's a little pitch to the wideout coming around. And this, again, is going to be...
Oh, he's still loose.
He's loose. That is Ian Williams. And he is going to be close to a first down. Let's check that. That is not Ian Williams. That's Desmond Dawkins, number 6, not number 8.
Boy, I don't know. I think he might be just a hair short.
Nope, they're moving him. They are moving
sure
the
are.
sticks. Ball all the way down to the 40-yard line.
And that was
actually,
who?
that was
Dawkins?
that was Desmond Dawkins. I thought it was Ian Williams at first, number 8, but it was number 6. Dawkins came around from the outside, and he took the pitch on the end around in front of the quarterback.
Right, for 15 yards.
So it brings up a 1st and 10. Getting the ball at the 41 of Hillcrest. Butler-Lawson in motion. He takes the pitch this time. He'll cut to the outside, and nobody in front of him. There are no blockers in front of him, and 3 Hillcrest Hornets come up and nail him 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
And they're going to get number 17 on us for a hold, a block in the back, and I don't know about that. But
That's Carrillo.
Well, I'll tell you what, that's a tough call. But just like you said, there's no help at all.
No. And I don't know if I'm Hillcrest, I might. Yeah, you want to move them back when you are in their territory at their 43-yard line. You move them back 10 on this one.
Oh yeah, you got to.
So a block in the back for the Waynesville Tigers. That is another 10-yard penalty. That is 3rd penalty. 20 yards of penalties now for the Waynesville Tigers. This happened at the 50.
Yeah.
This thing happened 6 yards behind the line of scrimmage, and that's where they're going to mark it from. So this gets it all the way back to the Waynesville Tiger 40-yard line. We have to get it all the way to the 30-yard line of the Hillcrest Hornets to get a first down.
So we're 1st and 30.
Man, long way to go.
Yes, it is.
So Mike Lewis will take the snap. He'll roll to his left, throw it down the field, passes in and out of the hands of Carrillo.
That was a good ball. It should have been caught.
That would have picked up about 15 yards on the play. That would have brought the ball at least down to the 45-yard line, and again, right through the hands of Sergio Carrillo on that one for the Tigers. Carrillo was the one who just got called for the penalty. So they were giving him a chance to redeem himself, and again, I don't know if he's
not real happy with himself right now. You know he's not.
I know he's not, and he shouldn't be.
No, he shouldn't.
You know, that ball went right through his hands. I mean, if it was a bad pass, but that was a bullet, that was right on target. 2nd now and 30 for the Tigers. Lewis works under center. Sheen Butler-Lawson in the backfield. He'll take the pitch.
Nobody.
And again, here comes the Hillcrest Hornets. There, 1, 2, 3, 4 Hillcrest Hornets and 1 Waynesville Tiger.
And another loss of 5.
The numbers there just do not match up.
No, they don't. I mean, they're just They're swarming it. We're not getting to their linebackers at all.
Well, until we can prove, Shane, that we can throw the football.
That's exactly
and back them linebackers up a little bit. They're gonna bring 8.
Right. Oh yeah, and that's what they're doing too. They're bringing the whole box. I mean, they've got 7 guys with 4 defenders back there, and 7 guys are swarming the ball, and there's at least 4, 5, 6 around the ball every time.
So it is 3rd and 35 now for the Tigers. This is going to take a real big play. Timeout called. And I think, I think Coach Haynes wants a timeout, and that's probably a pretty good timeout. With 5:47 left to go, you're looking at 3rd and 35. We're going to have to go back to page 50 of the playbook and dig something out for this one. Back in a
Seller
moment.
Section is your place to get your next truck during the All-American Sales Event. With discounts and rebates totaling over $12,000 off on 2018 F-150 XLT. There's 0% financing with approved credit, plus up to $3,500 in rebates. And Ford salutes all of our military members, police, fire rescue, and first responders with $1,000 in additional savings. Whether it's half-ton, 3/4, or 1 ton, we are your local truck headquarters. Every new Ford from Seller Section comes with tires for life. Shop us online at sellersection.com, and remember, Seller Section sells satisfaction.
We're back. Marv Luton, Shane McPherson. We're about 50 minutes into the game, and we're pretty close to halftime.
Yep.
This game has really moved along. Of course, with 3 and outs, no score on the board. You get these games that go rather quickly, and again, the Tigers have shot themselves in the foot here on this possession. They had it at 2nd and 2, but some penalties and some sacks have pushed the ball all the way back from the Hillcrest. What was it? We were at the Hillcrest 34-yard line, I think.
Yep.
And now we're all the way back to our 34-yard line.
Actually, Emperado's out here.
He is going out as a wide receiver now, as he goes in motion. Coming back the other way is Sheen Butler-Lawson on a double reverse into the hands of Deron Anderson. He's going to the outside. Deron Anderson's going to pick up a bunch of yards on the play, going to get knocked out of bounds at around the 48-yard line of the Hillcrest Hornets, but there is a flag back at the 30-yard line, and that is going to be on the Tigers.
I believe it is. I don't know what this one is.
Well, that's probably going to be a hold, which may be the reason that Anderson was able to spring to the outside. They are talking to the Hillcrest Hornets. The Hillcrest said, back them up another 10.
Yeah,
why not?
Why not?
It's a holding penalty on the Tigers.
Wow.
And are they going – I don't know, man. That would be a 4th down.
And a lot.
Yeah, well, they're gonna march them back.
They sure are.
Oh,
and they're marking it from the spot. So now we're looking at a 3rd down and 50.
Okay,
that's a lot.
Yeah, you were a coach. What play is designed for a 3rd and 50 in the playbook?
Well, there's not one, but the thing about it is, as quick as they're coming up and getting to Lewis, just like what you said, a screen pass, something like that might be in order.
Lewis tucks it.
And
now he'll throw across to the other side of the field. It's in the hands of Butler-Lawson. Shane's down the sidelines. He's at the 40. He's at the 30.
He's gone.
On his feet.
He's gone.
Shane Butler-Lawson will go into the end zone. That is the same play that did not work against the Kickapoo Chiefs at the end of the game down there a couple of weeks ago. And there is that 3rd and 50, buddy, we were talking about.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one there. That's a 79-yard throwback pass to Sheen, and boy, did he get loose.
79-yard, like you said, throwback or a reverse pass with 5:10 to go here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, if we would have completed that on Kickapoo, we win that game too.
Yeah.
That was the same play where he just draws everybody to him, and then he throws it back to Sheen, and you don't give him space, and he had some finally. Good for him.
Okay, so the Waynesville Tigers, now they almost had too many men on the field, and Coach Haynes had to yell at one of his players. Kick is up, and it is good. It is a 7-0 ball game, $25 From Sellers section of the Waynesville Athletic Department, we have the kickoff. When we come back, the Tigers kicking to Hillcrest on top, 7-0.
Park University offers associate and bachelor degree programs at their Fort Wood Campus Center. Additional degree programs are available entirely online. Courses can be completed in 8-week sessions rather than the traditional 16-week semester. Sessions start 5 times a year, giving you multiple entry points. Park also offers additional graduate and certificate programs online. Military and civilians are welcome. Application fees are waived for military personnel. Park accepts VA benefits, tuition assistance, financial aid, and payment plans are available. Park University, a regionally accredited non-profit university. Save time, save money, accelerate your education. 329-2798 or go online, park.edu/go. Leonard Wood.
We're back here. Marv Luton along with Shane McPherson, and the Waynesville Tigers up 7-0 on the Hillcrest Hornets after the reverse screen pass by Michael Lewis to Sheen Butler Lawson. Again, that was the same play that the Tigers were not able to connect, and that would have given us the lead against the Kickapoo Chiefs.
Right.
But the pass went incomplete. This time, but back on that play at Kickapoo, Lawson said, well, I ran too far, and Lewis said I didn't throw it hard enough.
Right.
This time, they both connected, and it went for 79 yards to pay dirt.
But the big thing right now is we need to stop. We need to stop, and there's a good kick.
Joy boots this thing, bounces at the
Good
10-yard
kick.
line, and the ball is loose, and the Waynesville Tigers are not able to jump on it as Samson Cochran saw that ball hit the 10, bounced forward, and he had to lunge and jump on top of it. And right when he jumped on it, the Waynesville Tigers were all over, and Cochran's limping a little bit.
Yeah, Cochran took a shot. I think he took one to the hip right there, the way he's going. He took a really good, I think, a knee right to the hip. But we have to answer here with a good defensive stand to give us the momentum going into the second half.
So the ball is at the 13-yard line. That bounced at the 10 and bounced almost straight up in the air and came back a little bit. So the Tigers, again, on defense. O'Bray, the quarterback, works out of the pistol. In the backfield is Goodman. And he will get the handoff, and the Waynesville Tigers wrap him up.
Loss of 2.
So Goodman, nowhere to go on to that one. Brings up a 2nd and 12 now for the Hillcrest Hornets. This Tiger defense against the run has been very good tonight.
Yes, it really has. It really has. It's kind of mimicking Hillcrest's run defense on us, too.
Our pass defense has not been that great, but O'Bray has not been on target either.
Right. But at the same time, O'Bray has very few completions, and the ones that he does have aren't for big yards. So.
Okay, 2nd and 12. Time was running out on Hillcrest. They will burn a timeout. Their first timeout here in the first half. We'll hear from these. We'll be right back.
King Auto Glass, certified pros working hard for you. We'll fix it right. We'll come to you free, and we'll give you a lifetime guarantee. We've been around for 3 generations, doing our best work every day. Auto Glass is our only business,
Not a sideline.
King Auto Glass.
With 4:29 left to go here in the first half of this football game, the Waynesville Tigers on top 7-0 after a 79 reverse screen. While the Waynesville Tigers, from quarterback Mike Lewis to Sheen Butler Lawson, who found the sidelines and scampered all the way down from the Tigers' about the 21-yard line.
Yeah, 21.
All the way down to about the 30 on the sidelines, and then he cut it back. And I don't know how the defenders were able to get down there on the other side of Lawson, but when he got to the 30, he cut it back to the middle, and then there was nobody in front of him. It was all Sheen all the way to the end zone. Here is the handoff again to Goodall, and he is going to go forward for about 5, maybe 6 on the play.
I think it's 5, and now we've got another one.
We've got another.
Boy, we don't need to be doing that.
No, and I think that was some extra blocking in the backfield, and I think this one's going to go against Hillcrest.
I hope so,
because it was Desmond Dawkins who was blocking, and he laid off of his block, but the Hillcrest Hornet did not hearing the whistle, and it is going to go against the Hillcrest Hornets, and that's what they did. They were holding Dawkins.
Now, if you don't take it.
Yeah, and I'm like you. I don't know. I mean, you want to push it back even farther, 10 yards back? Yeah, good idea. They declined it.
Okay. So now we've got.
So instead of first and about, because that thing would not, that would only have been a 5 yard.
Well, that's going to be third.
Yeah, that's going to be a third down now.
And about 7. So.
And that hold, the thing of it is, Mike or Shane, the hold was right around the 25-yard line.
Right.
2 yards on the other side of where the actual line of scrimmage is right now, and that would have been in Hillcrest's favor. Back to throw. O'Bray. He's
Get to
looking
it.
to run, and he's going to be sacked.
We got the ball.
Caden Tripp. Caden Tripp goes in for the sack, and the Tigers recover the fumble.
We get the fumble. How about that?
So Caden Tripp coming in on the sack, strips the quarterback of the ball, and the Tigers fall on it, and the ball will be at the Hillcrest 3-yard line. So Caden Tripp, again, all the way in the backfield, and somebody just did not see the Waynesville Tiger defensive end. And Caden's not that big, but he's got some speed, and he was all over that one. And I think Cavalier, I don't know if it was Cavalier who came up. It wouldn't have been Cavalier because he don't play defense.
Right.
Unless he was in there, but they were all high-fiving him. But
I think he was cheerleading on that one.
Maybe Cameron was just, like you said, just cheerleading. So Emperado back in the game now for the Waynesville Tigers. Sheen, Butler, Lawson deep in the backfield. The Tigers in the flex bone with 2 fullbacks in front of the quarterback. Here is the snap. Butler Lawson gets it up the middle. He goes, and nobody touches Sheen Butler Lawson. So Lawson for a 3-yard run, and the Tigers are up 13-0 right now. And that was after the fumble recovery. Choi coming on. No, Tigers are going to go for 2.
We're going for 2.
I don't like that. I'm sorry, but of course, I mean, after the last one, why not? Nobody touched Lawson up the middle. Tigers think they can do it again, and here is Lawson again. He'll take it, but he is not going to make it. So the 2-point is no good. It is 13-0. 3:54 left to go here in the first half. Waynesville Tigers on top. $50 from Seller Sexton to the athletic department. We have the kickoff coming up.
York & Company Pharmacy.
Hi, this is Olivia, proud member of the York & Company Pharmacy team in Richland. Over-the-counter medicines can be intimidating. Have you ever wondered what some of them are for? At York & Company, our pharmacist is happy to give his recommendations for anything you may need. Did you know that York & Company Pharmacy also carries a line of Now brand essential oils and diffusers? Essential oils have shown great benefits to the body and the mind. At York & Company, we strive to take care of the whole patient, not just your prescriptions.
York & Company Pharmacy.
Well, after Caden Tripp stripped the ball from the Hillcrest quarterback, Cameron O'Bray, the Tigers recover at the 3-yard line of Hillcrest and stick it into the end zone as Sheen Butler Lawson went untouched into the end zone from the 3. The Tigers went for the 2-point conversion, which I don't understand. They didn't make it. Now it is a 13-0 ball game, and now you have that extra point just kind of lingering out there. Here's the kick by Choi. This is to the right side of the field. It'll be fielded at the 20, but it is loose. And let's see if the Tigers have recovered it. No, Hillcrest has it. That is a live ball on a kickoff.
Yes,
it
sir.
is anybody's ball, and the ball went off the chest of the Hillcrest returner. Not sure who. I think that was Tyler King back there that the ball popped loose off of, but they were able to recover it. So they will have it 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line. With 3:50 left to go here in the first half.
Needs to stay consistent on our defense here. No big plays.
Again, showing the Wildcat formation as Samson Cochran in the game. Here's a high snap. He will take it, and he is going to be swallowed up in the backfield. Coming in, that was Antonio Pearson for the Tigers, who came in and read that play perfectly and just wrapped up the quarterback, Cochran. Loss of 5 on the play, make it 6.
Yeah, he's got 2 carries for -9 yards.
And again, he is going to be the quarterback of choice. And no, I think that's O'Bray back in there.
It is O'Bray.
Yeah, he works under center. And movement on the line of scrimmage, and that was the wideout for the Hillcrest Hornets, Brendan Weaver, who took off down the field, and that's going to march him 5 farther back. So it's 25 yards in penalties. That is 4 penalties for the Hillcrest Hornets. That is going to bring up a second down now and about 21. Ball back at the 15-yard line. They have to get this all the way out to the 36.
It's nice to see somebody else shooting themselves in the foot tonight, especially with us calling this game.
Again, O'Brien at the quarterback position, and again, he is
we're
going to give him another 5 right back. And we showing blitz, and we showed right across the line of scrimmage is what we did on that one. So the Tigers are going to get nailed for the 5-yard penalty, and that's going to bring it back.
And he's out.
So we've had 15 yards.
Antonio Pearson.
Yeah, after Pearson made that sack. I guess he's all pumped up.
Bring in the house.
Here is Sampson. He throws the ball down the field, and it is almost picked off. Cassidy got in there, and there were 2. Hopper and Cassidy both cut in front of the receiver, and both ran into the receiver, cutting in front of him, and that may be where our offensive pass interference is going to come from, if that is the call.
It's defensive.
And our defensive pass interference, and that is the call.
Okay, so is that going to make it?
Well, the ball is at the line of scrimmage is a 20-yard line.
Right.
Okay, they needed second down and, 16 is what it was prior to the pass interference.
1?
I don't think it's a 15-yard penalty. It was only a 10-yard penalty last week.
It was last week.
That was last week. So they should march off 10 yards, or is it 15? It is going to be 15. So you're right. It is going to be
3rd and 1.
3rd and 1. Maybe it was the offensive pass interference that was only the 10-yard penalty. So that is 50 yards in penalties now on the Waynesville Tigers. It's going to bring a second down and 1.5 for Hillcrest. They need to get the ball to the Waynesville Tiger, to their own 36-yard line to pick up the first down. O'Bray, the quarterback, hands off to Goodman, and Goodman's going to get wrapped up behind the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Right.
And they wrap him up and drop him quickly. Not sure who's all on that. There was about 4 or 5 Tigers in on that. Joseph Linkos, number 28, sophomore, was one of them.
Now,
3rd and 1.
You got to look for maybe a freeze play here where they might try to draw us off sides.
So 3rd and 1 for Hillcrest. Ball at their own 35-yard line. 2 minutes, 15 seconds left to go. 13-0, Waynesville on top. We are still in the first half. Samson Cochran goes in motion, comes back. Ball is dropped by the quarterback. Tossed out to Goodman. He is slowed at the line of scrimmage. Now he breaks loose. He's got the first down, and he is to the 42-yard line of Hillcrest. They will pick up the first down on a broken play.
O'Bray got hurt on that.
He's limping a little bit, and he's walking backwards. Yeah, he either popped an ankle.
I don't know what happened on that one, but he's...
Well, when he threw the ball, he got hit.
Yeah.
When he tossed the ball to Goodman, he got hit.
Well, he did a good job because he handled a bad snap.
Yeah, and he dropped the snap, and as he picked it up, he just tossed it to Goodman. Get rid of this hot potato.
Yeah, don't want it.
Deuces to the left. Back to throw, O'Bray. A little flare pass across the middle. It is caught by Cochran and dropped at the 30, making the 45-yard line. Good tackle that time by the Waynesville Tigers on the play. But we have a penalty flag back at the 39-yard line. That may go against Hillcrest. That could be a hold.
I believe it's on Moy. If it is.
Yeah, he's slapping his helmet. So he knows he was the culprit. Let's see. It's a personal foul. Oh, no. Personal foul against Waynesville? Is that what he just called?
I don't have any idea.
Well, he's put his hands together, a personal foul, pointed to Waynesville. And I pointed to the Tigers side.
So is that?
It's going to be a personal foul on
Yeah, it
Waynesville.
is, and they're going to take it from where the pass was received.
That's a 15-yard penalty. That is 65 yards in penalties now for the Waynesville Tigers here in the first half of this game.
Well, we got 140. We just need to keep them out of the end zone.
140 left to go here in the first half. The ball is in Tiger territory. This is the deepest penetration Hillcrest has had in Tiger territory in this contest. Ball at the Waynesville 41. Tigers on top 13-0. And here's O'Bray under center, back to throw. He's got time. He launches this thing out. The pass is caught and dropping out of bounds at the 30-yard line. That is going to be Brendan Weaver.
Got him on a 32, so it's going to be short of a first down.
By about 33. By about a half, maybe about a yard.
Yeah, got him. Yeah, it's going to be an 8-yard gain.
So second down now and about 1.5.
And all of a sudden, O'Bray's found his target.
He just launched it. I mean, that was a little floater.
But it was on the money.
Yep, it was on the money. Second and short now. And again, the ball is snapped. It's a low snap, and coming up and hitting the quarterback and dropping him on the sack is Michael Cassidy.
Yeah, that was just a good read. He kind of hesitated a little bit. He hesitated just a little bit to see what O'Bray was going to do. O'Bray turned his back to him, and Cassidy laid him out for about a 10-yard loss, isn't it?
Yep, timeout called. Ball is going to be spotted at the 45-yard line. And it will bring up a third down and about 13 for the Hillcrest Hornets, and we'll keep it here during this timeout. Remind you that our game is being brought to you in part by Air Serv Heating and Air, your comfort company, locally owned and operated, serving Waynesville and all surrounding areas, and by Clayton Homes of Lebanon, providing more homes to families than any other housing company in America, with an office on Highway M in Lebanon. So a third down now. Well, they'll call it 3rd and 14. They have to get the ball down to the Waynesville 31-yard line to pick up the first down. The ball at the Tiger 45. Hillcrest with it with only 50 seconds left to go here in the first half. Tigers up 13-0.
Might be a trick play here. It could be a screen. Lots of different options right here. You can kind of gamble here.
O'Bray again works out of the shotgun formation. He has Goodman to his left, Deuce's left, one to the right. Here's the snap, back to throw. Here come the Tigers. This one is launched down the field, and this one is, picked off. Did Hooper get that, or Hopper? Malik
he sure
Hopper
did. Wow, what a catch.
Gosh, he came over the top of the intended receiver. Samson Cochran was laid out, getting ready to catch that ball, and Hopper comes over the top of him and picks it off. What a play, Malik Hopper. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, that was a heck of a play. What an athletic play that was by Malik. He read it real well, went right over the top of the receiver and took it right away from him, made a great catch.
And with Cochran, I mean, he was already laid out. He was getting ready to have that ball come down in his hands, and Hopper just over the top of him, like you said. Wow, what a great pick by Malik Hopper for the Tigers. So Aaron Emperado comes out. He will quarterback this team with only 43 seconds left to go here in the first half. The Tigers up 43-0. I make it 13-0.
So do we gamble here or just take it to the house?
I'm not taking a knee, I don't think. And here's Emperado back to throw, and he is going to fly this one down the post pattern, and that is incomplete.
Now that was kind of
intended for Jalen Andrews.
Yeah, a little handsy by Hillcrest there. They got away with one that looked like a little bit, but we've got a second down, so we've got another play to go.
They were kind of blocking Andrews from cutting back toward the field of play. He was running a post pattern down the sideline, and he tried to cut that back into the field of play, but he was hampered by the defender. Good defense that time by Hillcrest. Second down now and 10 for the Tigers. Emperado works out of the pistol. And again, he's got one in the back, and he's going to let this thing fly again, and this one is going to be picked off by Samson Cochran. So Cochran was unable to catch the one the Tigers picked off, and Cochran does the same himself, only at the 45-yard line of Hillcrest. First turnover in the game for the Waynesville Tigers on the pick.
Right, we've got 3 picks in the first half.
That ball was well underthrown.
Yeah, it wasn't thrown very well.
So it will be 1st and 10 for Hillcrest now at their own 45-yard line with 30 seconds left to go here in the first half. Again, Tigers up by the score of 13-0.
How about another pick?
How about a pick 6?
I like it.
Would even be even better. Deuces left, Deuces right. O'Bray back to throw, fakes once, rolls to the outside. He's being chased by the Tigers. And he is going to keep it. He has got some running room up the middle. He is being chased down to the 45-yard line, still on his feet. We have penalty flags. Yeah, we have penalty flags all over the place. And this one's coming back.
I believe it is.
Hillcrest is going to get called for a block in the back as the quarterback, O'Bray, was running for his life, got the ball all the way down to around the 35-yard line of the Waynesville Tigers. Now, but there was a block in the back here at the Hillcrest 40, but I don't know whether that may not have been a block in the back. That was Moa. That was a pretty good block, but we're going to have a block in the back all the way down at the 40-yard line of the Tigers. So if they mark that from the spot of the infraction, that'll come back 10 yards.
And it'll put it at the 49 or the 50.
Yep, and it will be short of a first down and only 15 seconds left to go.
Right, so here comes the home run. Well, go ahead.
So if they mark it right now, it is a first down.
Yeah,
if they decline it, it's a first down for Hillcrest. So
you don't take this penalty.
Yeah, you don't decline it. Now we're going to march it off from the 39-yard line of Waynesville. The ball goes all the way back to the 49-yard line. And
hurry up.
Quickly out of the huddle come the Hillcrest Hornets. It's going to be a first. Okay, they're going to give them the first down. So they have picked up the first down.
I don't understand that.
I don't either.
I don't think that's correct.
Okay, so we're looking at 1st and 5. Back to throw is O'Bray. Fires this down the field. It's up for grabs, and the ball is incomplete.
Okay.
I'll tell you what, I thought the Hillcrest Hornet came down with that with 2 Waynesville Tigers defending him.
Right. So.
Oh, Dawkins, good job. Did you see
yeah.
Desmond Dawkins?
Yeah.
One of the Hillcrest kids walked by him and said something, and Dawkins fell down trying to draw a flag. Oh, man, that was, okay, Darren.
Yeah, that's what they teach in soccer. That's a feint, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. Desmond, that was a little cheesy.
I'm going to have to give him a hard time
yeah,
about that
I would too. 2nd down and 4. And we have a timeout on the field. Let's see who is going to call timeout.
I believe we did.
Waynesville with 8 seconds left here in the first half. The Tigers have burned their 3rd timeout. I think Coach Haynes just wanted to settle his Tigers down because Desmond Dawkins was still joined with the guy on the other side, and that might have been Samson Cochran. We're going to keep it here with 8 seconds left to go here.
Well, they're not real happy with him because he just came out of the game. So Coach Klutz, the defensive coordinator, was really giving it to Desmond, and I don't know what for, but obviously there was something that Desmond didn't do that was very classy.
Well, the dive, I wouldn't say that was not classy. I just said that was he's staying in the game. He's down there in the 30-yard line.
Yeah, well, we've got what we call a prevent defense.
Yeah, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 back. And here's a little flare pass to the outside of the 50-yard line and getting knocked out of bounds at the 40 with 3 seconds left to go is the running back for the Hillcrest Hornets. And that was Jeremiah Madden.
So that was a gain of 10.
That's another first down. That is the 4th first down for Hillcrest. Waynesville has 4 as well here in the first half. So this will probably be our last play of the first half. Tigers up 13-0 over Hillcrest. Hillcrest with the ball, 1st and 10 at the Waynesville Tiger 40-yard line.
7 in the backfield. Got 7 deep.
And here is O'Bray back to throw, and he will tuck it, and he will get squashed in the backfield. On the sack for the Waynesville Tigers. Coming in on that one is Charles Willingham. And at halftime, the Waynesville Tigers lead this by the score of 13-0. How about that? We're back in a moment.
County Bank free mascot checking today and help support your local school. For each active mascot checking account, the Marys County Bank will donate $1 every month to your school. Last school year, the Marys County Bank donated over $39,000 to our participating school districts. Schools supported are Dixon, Vienna, Richland, Lakeway, Stoutland, Crocker, Iberia, Owensville, St. James, Swedberg, Bell, and Fatima. Plus, show your school spirit with your mascot logo on your personal checks and debit cards. With 10 locations in the area, there is a Marys County Bank close to you, or go online to maryscountybank.com. The Marys County Bank, pride in our past, investing in your future. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
This is the Pepsi that your father drank and your grandfather drank.
When I was your age, we were.
This is the Pepsi that your Uncle Ted drank when rock sounded like this. This is the Pepsi for American pastimes. Whether you're tailgating at a speedway or courtside watching your favorite player make a breakaway,
He scored!
this is the Pepsi for those who are forever fun. This is the Pepsi for every generation.
You're listening to KOZQ 102.3 FM, Waynesville, St. Robert, Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri. Get Napa know-how at St. Robert Auto Supply off Missouri Avenue in St. Robert and get the good stuff 7 days a week. Make plans for the V, Lakeway VFW Post 3168 on the South Outer Road at exit 150 off I-44. A proud supporter of the Lakeway area and the Lakeway youth. The Post is open 7 days a week. Not only will you meet your friends for some refreshments and catching up on the day's activities, there's karaoke, selected nights for bingo, and don't forget their free senior citizens dinner at 12 noon the last Friday of every month. Check out sports on the several TVs. Every day is a good day at the V. Lakeway VFW Post 3168, exit 150 off I-44 on the South Outer Road.
When you're feeling hungry, you don't want to mess around with a quarter-pound meat sandwich. Instead, eat one of Arby's new half-pound roast beef sandwiches. 8 ounces of thinly sliced, tender roast beef. And if you really want a quarter pound of beef, that's cool. Just eat half of a half-pound roast beef sandwich. Introducing Arby's new half-pound roast beef sandwiches. Arby's, we have the meat.
Quality and honesty are two values customers want and businesses must have. AirServe Heating and Air Conditioning of Waynesville has those values and offers much more. Locally owned and operated, they're your neighbors with finance options and free estimates so you'll know the cost before they start. AirServe is your comfort company, servicing all brands so you're ready for the season. Call 774-7805.
It is halftime, and the Waynesville Tigers have a 13-0 lead over the Hillcrest Hornets after a scoreless first half of 3 and outs and 3 and outs, 3 and outs and 3 and outs, and more 3 and outs. A lot of punting, a few too many penalties. We went into the second half, and we're halfway through the second half of the Waynesville Tigers after having the ball 2nd down and 2, and they got a holding penalty called on him.
Right.
3 plays later, they were looking at a 3rd down and 50.
Right.
Because of another holding penalty and a huge sack. And I asked my partner here, Shane McPherson, former coach, say, okay, what play do you have that comes up with a 3rd and 50 in the playbook? And you said there are none. Well, the Tigers found one somehow, some way. And it was basically a reverse screen where the quarterback rolls to the left or the right, and the running back goes the opposite way and waits. And while the student body shifts to the side the quarterback and the ball is going to, you turn around, reverse the throw, and down the sideline, Shane Butler Lawson went for a 79-yard touchdown. Tigers kick the extra point, and it is 7-0. And then on the next kickoff, the Tigers able to hold Hillcrest down in their end of the field. It was a 3rd and about 4, and they were looking, or maybe 3rd and 5. They were looking at a passing play, and Caden Tripp came in and stripped the quarterback, O'Bray, of the football. Ended up on the 3-yard line of Hillcrest. The Waynesville Tigers got the ball, ran it into the end zone. Sheen Butler Lawson for 3. So at the 5:10 mark, they scored their first touchdown, 3:54. A little bit more than a minute later, they scored their second touchdown. They tried for a 2-point conversion, which, I didn't necessarily agree with, but they missed it, and now it's 13-0, and you got that 1 point that's just kind of lingering out there, which it should be, as far as I'm concerned, 14-0. Never been a real big fan of the 2-point conversion. When you have a kicker that can kick like we do, Aaron Choi, and I know what Coach, I think I know the mindset of Coach Haynes, and let's just get that one extra point in case they do come back and score 2 touchdowns on us.
Right. Yeah, that play that we scored on, they call that a throwback, and they just, like you said, they're drawing everybody to one side. We've tried it 3 different times, and it's been wide open every time. This time we got a great completion to Sheen, and like you said, when he got to that 30, the pursuit got to him, and then all of a sudden he cut it back, and then there was just nothing to stop him. That big fumble down there when we stripped the quarterback, that put us up 13-0. The stats finally for the Tigers, we are leading in stats for the game, and we are shutting them down. Our defense is playing excellent football right now. For Hillcrest in that first half, they had 12 rushes for 12 yards total. For their passing, they were 7 for 16 for 27 yards. We had 2 sacks, 2 picks, and 1 fumble. For us on the offensive side, we were 3 for 8 for 89 yards. Of course, the big one was a 79-yard to Sheen when we threw 1 pick. Our rushing has been pretty lax. We had 18 rushes in the first half for 44 yards. We are 133 total for the first half. Hillcrest is at 39 total yards for the first half. That's an excellent job by our defense.
So we have almost 100 more yards total offense than the Hillcrest Hornets. And you go back to that Kickapoo game.
Right.
We dominated Hillcrest in stats as well.
Right.
We came up on the empty side of that one. And again, that same play that we scored that 79-yard touchdown run, that was the same play that we could have scored against Kickapoo with there was only about 3 minutes left in the game, and it was wide open into the end zone. The only thing, we were down at their end of the field. I think we were at their 24-yard line compared to this time where we were on our own 21.
Right, and that makes a big difference. Execution, as we've always talked about, is the key. Tonight we're executing. Offensively, our run game is pretty sour. Our pass game, we're getting a couple of breaks because our defense is forcing those breaks. We are getting good field position because our defense is holding them. 12 rushes for 12 yards, 7 for 16 for 27 yards. I mean, that is just an excellent job by our defense. Coach Klutz and his staff should be commended for what they're doing. The Tigers should be commended for what they're doing. They need to come out in this second half and be just as hungry as they were. As Coach Haynes said, and I know he's telling them at halftime right now, boys, this is a 0-0 ball game. We have to go out with the same fire and intensity, and we need to execute and have a better second half than we did the first.
So do you try to keep their eyes off the scoreboard?
Oh, absolutely. You're pressing them right now that this is a 0-0 ball game, and anything can happen, and we're not going to have any bad thoughts. We're going to go out here. We're going to execute. We're going to get it done. The coaches are staying positive. They're saying all the good things. They're making the adjustments. Hopefully the offensive line is going to get Sheen a little bit of a window, and we can take the air out of the ball a little bit in the second half, get him some really good all-purpose yards, and take this one home and get this curse over with.
You bet. Should the Tigers win it tonight, again, as we said, against Kickapoo, there may be a parade in Tiger Town at midnight tonight. You never know, but this one's at home, so everybody will be here. They won't have to worry about that bus trip back home.
No, we'll have trouble getting out of the parking lot if we win this game because there'll be people hanging around for a long time.
You bet. We have little cheerleader night here tonight, and I didn't know there were this many children. I mean, I'm sure that these are all in the Waynesville School District.
There's 240 of them was what Shauna told me, the cheerleading coach. 240 girls. Boy, did she get a turnout. She's running a really good program, and they are just excited, and there are phones everywhere going off right now. And they just keep coming. Look at this.
I know. I mean, where do they put all these kids?
I don't know.
These are all in the school district at Waynesville?
They have to be, yeah. Every one of them's in the school district. So every elementary has probably 40 or 50 or 60 little girls.
In each class.
And I mean, are they decked out or what? They're all in the same shirts, and they all got their orange stuff on, their orange little bows and their white bows, and all our cheerleaders are with them, and they're all holding hands, and
they're still coming.
And my gosh, it's just not stopping. It may take them 5 minutes just to get everybody lined up out here.
Yeah, and they won't have time to do any cheers because halftime's going to be over.
Yeah.
There's only 5 minutes left.
Just wave.
Yeah, just wave to everybody. Okay, we'll take a break. We'll be right back.
There's a new place where all the hipsters are hanging out. It's called the movie theater. Smell that? That's popcorn. After you've purchased your ticket, make your way to the air-conditioned theater. Take a seat, relax, and get ready for the feature presentation.
While the urge to go to the movies hasn't changed since the dawn of motion pictures, the experience has.
B&B Theaters is giving away movie tickets and popcorn every single week. Simply subscribe to the B&B Theaters channel on YouTube to stay up on the latest and upcoming releases and movie trivia. Enjoy the magic of the movies only at B&B Theaters.
I'm here in the middle of the beautiful Ozarks.
I'm in one of the most exciting phases of my life.
But it's definitely time to relocate to a place of my own.
Somewhere I can power nap in peace.
Where I can have my buddies over anytime I want.
Somewhere close to where I need to be when I need to be there.
I wonder what my housing options are.
Alford Beatty Communities offers move-in ready 2, 3, and 4 bedroom homes in both single-family and townhome styles. Located at Fort Leonard Wood in Missouri, our residents enjoy a secure and comfortable hometown environment with the convenience of 24-hour maintenance, lawn care services, and community events. For more information, call Balfour Beatty today at 573-329-1013.
Colleges are notorious for charging fees, application fees, book fees, technology fees, graduation fees. Well, you get the point. At Columbia College, we came up with a better way. No fees, no book costs, and no surprises. That's the truth. We call it Truition. Learn more at fortwood.ccis.edu. That's fortwood.ccis.edu. Make plans for the V. Lakeway VFW Post 3168 on the South Outer Road at exit 150 off I-44. A proud supporter of the Lakeway area and the Lakeway youth. The Post is open 7 days a week. Not only will you meet your friends for some refreshments and catching up on the day's activities, there's karaoke, selected nights for bingo, and don't forget their free senior citizens dinner at 12 noon the last Friday of every month. Check out sports on the several TVs. Every day is a good day at the V. Lakeway VFW Post 3168, exit 150 off I-44 on the South Outer Road.
Sellers, Sexton, self-satisfaction.
Have you been searching the internet high and low and think you found the best price elsewhere on a new Ford, Lincoln, or Mazda? Seller Sexton has been selling satisfaction to thousands of customers, and I encourage you to take the Satisfaction Challenge. Go find the best price on the new Ford, Lincoln, or Mazda you want. Then come see us at Seller Sexton, and you'll find our offers on that same vehicle are just as good, if not better. Save on your new Ford, Lincoln, or Mazda. Take the Satisfaction Challenge only at Seller Sexton in St. Robert. Shop us online at sellersexton.com.
Come on!
Our Women's Health and Maternity Services family is growing. Phelps County Regional Medical Center is proud to welcome gynecologist Nathan Ratchford and obstetrics and gynecology physician Wes Harden to the PCRMC Medical Group. Doctors Ratchford and Harden will begin seeing patients this summer in the PCRMC Women's Health Center and Maternity Services. To learn more or to make an appointment, please visit pcrmc.com or call 426-2229. Phelps County Regional Medical Center, our family caring for yours.
Back here at Waynesville High with the Waynesville Tigers leading the Hillcrest Hornets 13-0. It's week number 4 of the high school football season. For every touchdown the Tigers score, the Sellers Sexton Auto Group donates $25 to the Waynesville Athletic Department. And so far this year, they've gotten off a little cheap. But tonight, they've tacked on a $50 bill so far with 2 touchdowns for the Waynesville Tigers. One thing that does bother us, however, and that is 7 penalties for 65 yards for the Tigers. They're going to have to trim those penalties down in the second half of this football game. Only 4 penalties for 25 for the Hillcrest Hornets, and that defense is going to have to come back on the field and do the same thing they did in the first half of this football game, and that's shut down the Hornets' passing and running attack. In the second half, the latter part of the second half, Hillcrest quarterback Cameron O'Bray started to make some connections to his receivers. again, the Tigers are going to have to curtail that, at least get a couple of hands up in the face without the pass interference penalties, and we've had one of them so far here in this contest. Well, the little cheerleaders are headed off the field, over 256. Cody Bansker, the public address announcer, announced here just a moment ago. So a ton of little cheerleaders out there. They are marching themselves off of the sidelines now. Of course, they've been on the track. Waynesville Tigers were out of the locker room quick, fast, and in a hurry. They didn't spend a lot of time in there, and I'm sure Coach Joe Haynes pretty much told them, go do what you have been doing here in this football game. It's working well, and keep your heads on straight. Let's try not and get the penalties. And again, some of the penalties the Tigers have been called for. We've had one unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, and again, the personal fouls, that has got to stop for the Tigers. Again, we haven't had a lot of them, but one is too many. That's 65 yards in penalties so far here for the Waynesville Tigers. We've had two 15-yard penalties, and then the rest have been a holding type penalty or an offside or motion. Back in a moment. Quarter number 3 around the corner.
At Lindsay Chrysler Jeep Dodge in St. Robert, we're here to serve you with outstanding sales and service. Whatever your preference, Chrysler Jeep Dodge, along with access to Ford and Chevrolet, all under one roof. At Lindsay Chrysler Jeep Dodge, you'll also find the area's largest stock of used vehicles with over 300 to choose from, all clearly marked on windshields and online. See for yourself with a visit to Lindsay Chrysler Jeep Dodge, 909 Missouri Avenue, St. Robert, or online at lindsay-dodgechrysler.com.
It's the place there's no place else like. Home. It's the circle of chairs around your fire pit, where all the do you remembers get passed around like bowls of ice cream. It's bacon and eggs in the skillet, crackling along with the laughter.
At Shelter Insurance, we don't just insure your home, we insure all the memories that live inside it. Ask your agent for details. Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
For a free insurance review,
for auto, home, life, farm, or business insurance, see me, Mike Anthony, your Shelter Insurance agent in Waynesville.
Stop by and see me, Dave Howlett, your Shelter Insurance agent in Richland.
Mailbox It of St. Robert is the go-to resource for packing, shipping, printing, and business service needs. Their team of dedicated, professionally trained experts understands the meaning of superstar customer care. They focus on saving you time and money by ensuring you get the right products and services at the right price. They can pack and ship almost anything to almost anywhere in the world. But shipping is only one way they can help make your life easier. They are also St. Robert's premier copy, print, and document service center. Large or small, black and white or color, it can be printed. Mailbox It can handle it. Mailbox It, one-stop shop for dozens of business products and services that will allow you to do what you're good at while they take care of the other stuff you need to succeed. You're listening to KOZQ 102.3 FM Waynesville, St. Robert, Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri. Get Napa know-how at St. Robert Auto Supply off Missouri Avenue in St. Robert, and get the good stuff 7 days a week.
We're back. Marv Luton along with Shane McPherson as we get ready for the second half of this football game. We've always said that the first possession of the second half can turn the tables of a football game, and the Tigers are going to get the football. They won the toss, they deferred, so they'll get it to begin the second half. And to put some points on the board here on that first possession of the second half would be huge for this Tiger team.
Yes, it would be. And, you know, with us getting the ball, we need to establish ourselves on offense, and the line has probably made some adjustments, and hopefully we're going to get some space for Sheen in the second half.
We have not necessarily established ourselves offensively here in this contest. Yeah, we've got a couple of touchdowns, but running the football, we have not done a very good job of running the football. We 44 yards rushing in the first half. We need to pound that. We've only had 4 first downs here in this contest.
Right.
You know, man, when you talk about moving the football, you should have upwards to 8 to 9 to 10 first downs in a half of a football game if you are actually moving the ball.
Well, you know, here's the deal. You know, the big play always seems to be a factor in most games. This game, it's definitely been a factor. You know, the big play with our 89 or 79-yard touchdown, and then with the fumble where we could put it in from 2. Those are both big plays. It's been a big play game. Hopefully and thankfully, both the big plays have been on our side.
A.J. Martin and Cameron Cavalier are deep for the Waynesville Tigers. They're standing back around their 10-yard line and getting ready to boot it away for the Hillcrest Hornets is Jacob Jocks, and he gets ready to boot it, and he's a front foot kicker, and the Waynesville Tigers fall on it at the 31-yard line. That's fine. We don't need that was a heads-up play that time, and that was Josh Ash.
Yep.
Josh decided that he was just going to fall on it and take it at the 31-yard line rather than try to pick it up, maybe fumble the ball. Again, on the kickoff, that ball is live. It's anybody's ball.
Yeah, just take care of the football this half. You want to take care of the football, limit mistakes, no turnovers, get some first downs, get the clock rolling.
One thing I don't want the Tigers to do, and that is play not to lose. I want them to play to win.
Yes.
Go for the jugular.
And we're going with this flex bone look.
Aaron Imperato will start at quarterback here in the second half. He's got halfbacks on both sides and Butler Lawson in, and we are going to have a movement on the line of scrimmage. That is Dalton Kleber. False start for the Tigers. That is 8 penalties for 70 yards, and too many penalties in that first half.
Yeah, it sure was, and this is not the way we want to start off this half, but we've got a chance with 1st and 15. Let's just go ahead and get some positive yards back and get us into the plus side here.
Ball back to the 26-yard line. Again, movement on the line of scrimmage by the Waynesville Tigers. Again, a 5-yard penalty on the false start. Again, in motion is Desmond Dawkins. Handoff in the backfield to Sheen Butler Lawson, and that is, again, Cyrus Mao making the tackle coming out of his defensive end position, and nobody could stop Mao.
And that's a loss of 4. And I got to tell you, he came free on that one.
So Lawson will go take a seat on the sidelines. Michael Lewis comes back into the game. Also into the game for the Waynesville Tigers is going to be Deron Anderson. Going to have more of a wildcat backfield right now for the Tigers. Anderson lined up about 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Michael Lewis will take the snap. He'll give it to Anderson. He'll cut to the outside. Durani's got a little cut, and he is going to be knocked out of bounds at the 35-yard line. That is going to pick up what they lost on the running play. That's going to pick up what they lost on the
got about
penalty.
13 yards on that one.
And that's going to bring the ball up to about they're going to spot this at the 36-yard line, so it's 3rd and about 5 now for the Waynesville Tigers.
And we had numbers on that one. We had some good numbers there.
Right, there were plenty of blockers out in front for Anderson. Same type setup, and Anderson will fake the handoff. Goes back to
good ball.
Lewis goes right through the hands of his intended receiver, and again, leaping up in the air and coming down with nothing. That time is, let's see, who is
81.
That is 81 for the Tigers. That's Jacob York.
I'll tell you what, though, that was just a good ball. Should have been caught.
That's 2 catches for this Waynesville Tiger receivers that they have come up empty-handed on. One to Cavalier and this one to York. Now the Tigers are forced to punt the football. That would have been a 1st and 10. That would have been actually about the 50-yard line. And Joy boots this thing away. He got a nice high kick. Fair catch called by Samson Cochran back around the 35-yard line of Hillcrest. That one had a lot of height from Choi.
Yep.
And that was a good punt by Aaron. That thing had, again, plenty of hang time and no run back.
Right. And that's a good way to start, you know. I mean, we got a punt. We put him way back in their area. Boy, he gave him a good spot on that.
Ball at the 33-yard line, so it's 1st and 10 for Hillcrest. 11:06 left to go here in the third quarter. Waynesville on top, 13-0. This will be the first possession of the second half for the Hillcrest Hornets. And again, it is Cameron Obrey in the backfield. He's got Goodman to his right, and he hands off. And Goodman will work his way to the right, but there are Waynesville Tigers everywhere, and this one will go for a gain of maybe 1 on the play. 1, 2, 3, 4. Jacob York, one of the first ones up to hit him as he came around the corner. We've got everybody's kind of slow getting up, and do we have an injured player on the field?
Yes, we do.
Do we have 2 injured players on the field? One Hillcrest Hornet, one Waynesville Tiger. They're laying down next to each other. As that pile there was a lot in that pile, and now we have both sidelines going over there to assess the damage of the two players that are down on the field. Again, there was a pile, and I'm not sure coming up. Well, one of the Hillcrest players is sitting up right now.
Is that Goodman?
No, haven't been able to pick up number.
Oh, it's a lineman.
Yeah, it's a lineman.
Or is it?
Well, the ball carrier was Goodman.
Right.
That might be number 20. I thought I saw 7, but they're going to move him over away from the other one with the Waynesville Tigers, and we don't have a number on the Waynesville Tigers. We do know it's not a lineman. And now they are sitting. They're bringing him up. That's A.J. Martin for the Tigers. He's sitting up now at the 35-yard line. Now, the other player there, they've got his leg lifted up. So that indicates to me that that's probably maybe a cramp.
Yeah.
And I believe that's the running back.
Yeah, it's a cramp.
That is the running back, Goodman. And again, he was tackled by A.J. Martin. And again, they had a whole bunch of piles, a big pile up right there after a gain of 1 yard on the play. So A.J. Martin, he's up. He's walking gingerly. He's being helped to the sideline. Well, I don't want to lose him.
No.
But he's walking on both legs, so that's good news.
He's kind of shaky, though. Maybe he got a good pop to the head.
And Goodman is up on the other side.
Yeah, it was Goodman, too, and that's a good old-fashioned hamstring cramp is what he's got.
That's exactly what he is gingerly walking off the field the other way. So looks like both players are going to be all right. They'll both go over to the sideline, get attended by their trainers and their coaches. I would imagine we might see Goodman back in the game before we see A.J. Martin.
A.J. looks a little fuzzy.
Looks a little fuzzy and a little slow. As they are going to take the helmet off, and we can see Cheryl Cawley right now attending to the Waynesville Tiger defensive back. So a second down now and 9 for Hillcrest, as both injured players have made their way to their respective sidelines. Out of the pistol formation, back to throw is O'Bray, throws it to the outside, and the pass is complete, and a good tackle that time, a little bit of help that time for the Waynesville Tigers on the tackle of Gunnar Brooks. He had a little bit of running room to the outside, Shane. Luckily, the Waynesville Tigers came up and able to shut that down, but not before a gain of 8 on the play, brings up a 3rd and 1.
This is a big play here. This is a big play. And that's their number 3 back now. Their number 1 back was Davis. He's out. Goodman is out now for however long, I don't know.
And Gunnar Brooks is the running back right now for the Hillcrest Hornets. O'Bray with the ball. He'll roll to the outside. He tosses it to Brooks. Brooks has got a little bit of running room, and he is going to be run down by the Waynesville Tigers. Again, making the play on that for Waynesville is Aaron McDaniel, and that's going to be a loss of about 3 on the play. That's going to bring up a 4th down now and about 4. So instead of them getting back to the line of scrimmage, making it a 4th and 1, a loss of 3 on the play, and that is going to bring the punting unit on for the Hillcrest Hornets.
That's a good stand by the Waynesville Tigers right there, 3rd and 1, and they read it out and sniffed it out and got it for a loss of 3. Now, first half they ran a fake, and they ran it to Cochran.
And Cochran is the up back right now. He is standing right there, and we're going to have a timeout. Blake Hanna is back to punt. Timeout Hillcrest. Yep, I think they might have wanted to try something, but I thought maybe they seen the Waynesville Tigers up there, and we'll see how that pans out. We'll be back in a moment.
Our Women's Health and Maternity Services family is growing. Phelps County Regional Medical Center is proud to welcome gynecologist Nathan Ratchford and obstetrics and gynecology physician Wes Harden to the PCRMC Medical Group. Doctors Ratchford and Harden will begin seeing patients this summer in the PCRMC Women's Health Center and Maternity Services. To learn more or to make an appointment, please visit pcrmc.com or call 426-2229. Phelps County Regional Medical Center. Our family caring for yours.
Attention athletes. If you want to make sure that you perform this season at 100%, then call Ogle Chiropractic in Waynesville. Their sports well care program is only $45 per month, and that's up to 12 visits each month. Dr. Shane and Dr. Tabby Ogle will make sure everything is in alignment and treat any issue you have before the big game.
We're back. Marv Luton, Shane McPherson with about 9:24 left to go here in the third quarter. Waynesville on top, 13-0. Hillcrest getting ready to boot the ball away. And here is the kick by Hannah. And Desmond Dawson, or Dawkins rather, feels the ball. This ball is loose, and I think Hillcrest has come up with it. The Hillcrest Hornets have, the Waynesville. How did Dawkins ever came up with that football? I don't know. That ball bounced in front of him. He was able to dive on it. Instead of coming up and calling for a fair catch, which I thought he might do, he tried to one-hop that thing, and that turned out in favor of the Tigers, but almost not.
Well, we'd rather be lucky than good, and we were definitely lucky there.
You bet. Ball at the 22. You make it the 23-yard line of the Tigers. And coming back in to quarterback this team is going to be Mike Lewis, the sophomore left-hander. Sheen Butler Lawson in the backfield.
Single back set.
One to the right, one to the left.
Double tight set.
Power I formation. And here is the pitch back to Butler Lawson. Up the middle he goes. He's got a little running room, and he runs into one of his own players. I think Butler Lawson gets a first down on that, had it not been, and I think getting in his way. Of course, that was Anthony Bledsoe blocking for him.
That's a terrible spot.
Yeah, and the Tigers, they're going to pick up 8 on the play, maybe 8.5. Second down and short right now for the Tigers. The ball standing at the 32-yard line. So Bledsoe turns around. He'll line up wide to the left. Lewis waits for him to get set. Now Coach Haynes making another call from the sideline. 5 seconds left on the play clock, and the Tigers are going to have to call a timeout.
I didn't want to do that.
Nope, they didn't want to do that, but they're going to have to call a timeout. On the play, we'll take another break and hear from another one of our fine sponsors while the Tigers come to the sidelines and figure it out.
Attention athletes. If you want to make sure that you perform this season at 100%, then call Ogle Chiropractic in Waynesville. Their sports well care program is only $45 per month, and that's up to 12 visits each month. Dr. Shane and Dr. Tabby Ogle will make sure everything is in alignment and treat any issue you have before the big game. Ogle Chiropractic offers sports and school physicals, electrical muscle stimulation, and treatments for sports injuries. Ogle Chiropractic is dedicated to providing Waynesville and the surrounding communities with the best possible chiropractic care available. Stop by today or call 774-4177. Ogle Chiropractic, a proud supporter of Waynesville Athletics.
Well, I hope we don't need that timeout later.
Well, me either, but, there was some confusion on the play, and then they ran it down to 5 seconds, and then Coach Haynes just said, rather than try to hurry it up and mess it up, let's just go ahead and take a timeout.
Yeah, You're looking at a 2nd and 2. You want to move the sticks.
Right.
And if you get in there, you get in a hurry, you get somebody jumping off sides, or you get somebody movement before the ball is snapped, you're back another 5. So smart thing to do was call the timeout. 2nd and short. And here is Lawson with the ball, and he is going to be tripped up behind the line of scrimmage.
Lost 2.
Sheen Butler Lawson, that was a good tackle that time. Coming out of the backfield was Trent Duncan. He stuck that arm out, and he got a piece of Butler Lawson's foot, and that's all it wrote for Sheen.
So we got 3rd and 3 situation here. What are we going to do? We're in that power eye or straight eye look, straight eye.
And the snap, and it goes back to Butler Lawson.
He saw
and he'll cut to the outside, and he will pick up the first down. Not much more. He is still on his feet, and he runs out of bounds at the 40-yard line. Actually chased out of bounds right around the 40, but he'll pick up the first down. That is the 5th first down of the game for the Tigers. They will move the sticks.
And got 9 on that one.
And keep the clock running, and they have the ball with the clock running. And back into the game is Aaron Imperato. Of course, now when Aaron Imperato comes in, you don't know whether Imperato's going to line up as a wideout or is he going to be quarterbacking.
Right. And now we've got a new back there.
Back to the flex bone for the Tigers. In motion. That is Anderson, and this one goes for absolutely nothing, a 4-yard loss on the play.
That was Sumter.
And again, that was Sumter taking the handoff, and the Hillcrest Hornets defensive line in the backfield of the Waynesville Tigers.
Lost 4 on that.
They have been in our backfield way too much in this contest.
In our backfield, 3 and 4 yards.
Yeah, not just a yard past the line of scrimmage, like you said, way in our backfield. So second down now and about 14. Have to get down to midfield to the 50-yard line to pick up the first down. Lewis works it, or Emperado rather, out of the gun. Looks to throw down the field. Ball is popped up in the air, and this one goes incomplete. Kevin Poinsett had to become a defender instead of a receiver as the ball popped in and out of the hands of the intended receiver. I think that was Cavalier.
It was.
And Poinsett went up in the air. That ball, there was 2 Hillcrest Hornets around it and Kevin Poinsett for the Tigers. And Poinsett just knocked it down rather than trying having Hillcrest pick it off.
Well, he out-jumped him. That was for sure.
You bet. 3rd and 14 now for the Tigers. And here is Lewis. He fakes the handoff, rolls to the outside. He's still got it on his feet, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that is going to be about it. The Tigers going to have to punt it away on a 4th and 10. Good fake that time. That one got
Moy.
Cyrus Moy tackling the wrong person as he went for the handoff.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Tell you what.
Well, not for the halfback who took the fake because he got plowed for no reason at all.
He did. He got hit hard.
So 4th and 10 for the Tigers. They will boot the ball away. Aaron Choi will kick it away from about his 30. Here is the snap, and here come the Hornets.
Good
He
kick.
got this thing away. Fair catch called by Samson Cochran back around the 32-yard line of Hillcrest. So good punt that time by Aaron Choi. And again, almost blocked that time by Blake Hanna.
And they were trying to.
He is the punter for Hillcrest. So again, a lot of people have stayed around this. A lot of times when you have the little cheerleaders here, and they're about way over, about 250 of them. But when you have the cheerleaders here, a lot of people just take off at halftime. But this has been a pretty good football game, so a lot of people have hung around.
Yeah, scoreboard would keep people around tonight.
13-0, Tigers on top. 6:16 left to go here in the third quarter. And we are going to have an official's timeout. Yep, we're having another water break. So we'll take another break ourselves.
There's a new place where all the hipsters are hanging out. It's called the Movie Theater. Smell that? That's popcorn. After you've purchased your ticket, make your way to the air-conditioned theater. Take a seat, relax, and get ready for the feature presentation.
While the urge to go to the movies hasn't changed since the dawn of motion pictures, the experience has.
B&B Theaters is giving away movie tickets and popcorn every single week. Simply subscribe to the B&B Theaters channel on YouTube to stay up on the latest in upcoming releases and movie trivia. Enjoy the magic of the movies only at B&B Theaters.
Real estate made easy with Team Ellis at RE/MAX. Lisa Ellis has been selling real estate in the Waynesville, St. Robert, Fort Wood area for over 20 years. She knows the area as well as anyone in real estate, and with the revolving doors in a military market, Team Ellis at RE/MAX stays on top of their game, and that in turn helps you out, the buyer or seller. Contact Team Ellis at 320 Eichard Avenue in the Townfield Plaza, Suite X, behind McDonald's in Waynesville. Call the office at 774-2653 or her cell at 528-4353. Lisa Ellis, your RE/MAX professional realtor.
And the pitch to the outside. Good pursuit by the Waynesville Tigers laterally along the line of scrimmage. And they bring down the running back. That is Laren Jarman. And we have a Hillcrest Hornet down on the field, and that is going to be the ball carrier. He gets up rather slowly. He went down hard on that shoulder. But that was good pursuit along the line of scrimmage by the Waynesville Tigers. A loss of 3 on the play. And Jarman's going to have to go out of the game.
What number is Jarman?
He is number 84.
84.
And so, again, it's going to be a second down now and about 13 for the Hillcrest Hornets. The ball spotted right at the 30-yard line. They're calling it 2nd and 12 on the scoreboard.
It was a jet sweep, and boy, we had really good pursuit. 2 guys were there. Poinsett made a really nice play on that.
They used to call that student body right, didn't
Yep.
they? Or student body left. Now they call it a jet sweep where most of your linemen pull the same way as the running back. And that time, again, like you said, good pursuit by the Tigers. Here is a snap. Here's a handoff, penalty flag in the backfield. That'll go against the Hillcrest Hornets, and that will probably be a holding call.
Either that or they didn't get set, Marv. I don't think they did.
Yeah, they might not have. You're right. They might not have been set. It was a quick snap.
Yeah.
We gained about 3 yards on the play, but they're going to actually about 5-yard gain on the play because they bring it out to the 35-yard line, but they are going to bring it back.
Yeah, they're going to bring it back. Got to bring it back.
Waiting for the indication from the referee.
Yeah, number 10 for Hillcrest tried to get set real quick, and he couldn't get out there quick enough, and they called that an illegal shift. So now we're going to have second, and
they spot it from the 30 and mark it back to the 25-yard line.
So 17 or 14, 15. Something like that.
Yep, 5-yard penalty on Hillcrest. Now they're working it under center. And that is the quarterback, Cameron O'Bray. And movement on the line of scrimmage for Hillcrest as jumping. That time is Logan Swearingen. And another false start. That'll back him up another 5.
So it was second and 17. Now it'll be second and 22.
Okay, this is a watch that reverse screen. that we burned them on. Watch out.
Let's hope they didn't draw that up at halftime.
5:30 left to go here in the third quarter. Again, second down and about 22 now for the Hillcrest Hornets. They're going to have to get the ball out to their own 42-yard line. Handoff up the middle. Nowhere to go that time. The Waynesville Tigers there on the tackle. Trying to pick up the number who kind of stuck it up the middle. That Michael Cassidy and Brooks.
Brooks had no gain on that.
Okay, Brooks with no gain, and that was Cassidy on the tackle for the Waynesville Tigers. 5 minutes left to go. Make it a third down now and 22.
Michael plays extremely low, and that's why he makes a lot of good tackles. Of course, he's kind of vertically challenged there, but.
Yeah, in other words, we're calling him a small drink of water.
Yes.
All right, back to throw. Here's O'Bray. He is being chased by the Tigers and a sack in the backfield down at the 7-yard line as coming from his defensive end position for the Waynesville Tigers on the play. That was actually, I think that was more of a linebacker blitz for the Tigers.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, let's see. Trying to pick up the number. Is that Dominique Garland, number 22?
I believe it was.
Okay. Garland in the game. We haven't seen him a whole lot in this contest. But he came in from the other side, and that brings up a fourth down situation and a fourth and a long and a punt. And this is not a good punt. This is going to bounce right around the 35-yard line and roll to the Hillcrest 45. So it will be Waynesville football on the 45-yard line. Well, let's see where they're going to mark it actually at the 40. So somebody must have touched it. Or it bounced off of one of the Hillcrest Hornets right around the 40-yard line because that still was staying in bounds at the 45.
He must have kicked it.
He must have booted it or must have hit him. So it's 1st and 10 for the Waynesville Tigers. Good field position in Hillcrest territory. 3:51 left to go in the game. Tigers on top, 13-0. Emperado in the game again with the flex bone. The two halfbacks in front of him. Timeout called by the referee. Sheen Butler Lawson has to tie his shoe. All right, we're ready to go.
Flex bone.
Again, out of the flex, the snap to Emperado. He pulls back now. He'll get another call from the coach over on the sidelines with 10 seconds left to go on the play clock. Sheen Butler Lawson, lone setback in the backfield. And he will take the handoff. Up the middle he goes. Has a little bit of blocking room up the middle. And he'll go off of right tackle down to the 35-yard line. He'll pick up about 6 on the play. Brings up a second down now and 4 for Waynesville.
Getting a little push now out of our offensive line.
Well, that defense for Hillcrest has been on the field for quite a while. And again, Emperado checking over to the sideline to Coach Haynes. He looks at his wrist where they have a bunch of plays. Motion and the handoff. Butler Lawson off to the right tackle, and he is forward for a couple of yards on the play. Close to the 30-yard line. He may be close. He's close to a first down, but I think he'll end up a yard shy. Brings up a 3rd and about 1 for Waynesville. This is where I'd like to hand the ball off to Tim Brecht. Just stick your head down and get out of my way.
Yeah.
3rd and 1 for the Tigers.
Well, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Let's just keep it going.
You bet. Emperado again, getting ready for the snap, then checks over to the sidelines to the coach. 7 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2. Are we going to get it off in time? And the ball is snapped. And nope, we did not get it off in time. A 5-yard penalty.
No, we moved.
Oh, we moved? Okay. Still, that is 75 yards in penalties for the Tigers. That is still too much. But a 5-yard penalty. So instead of 3rd and 1, that brings it back now 3rd and 6. But we're in 4-down territory here.
Yeah.
Inside the 40-yard line of the Hillcrest Hornets. The ball spotted at the 37.
Same set.
3rd and 6 now for the Tigers. Snap, handoff, and up the middle, following a bunch of blockers for the Waynesville Tigers is Deron Anderson. He's going to pick up about 2 yards on the play, brings up a 4th down now and 3. Anderson a little slow getting up, and he'll go to the sidelines limping. Butler Lawson coming back into the game now for the Tigers. One of the most successful runs the Tigers have had has been when Lawson or Cassidy will go across the middle and get that ball tossed to him from in front of him from the quarterback.
Yeah, that jet sweep.
Yeah, that jet sweep. Okay, haven't seen much more of that. And here's a lunge forward for the Waynesville Tigers. That might have been, fumble. Ball did come loose.
And that's Brecht down. That's not good.
Yeah, he is slow to get up. He's walking it off. Did the ball come loose, or did we just do?
I guess it did.
Well, we were looking at 4th down, and we just didn't get anything on it. So it's 1st and 10 for the Hillcrest Hornets. So the Tigers turn it over. 1:47 left to go here in the 3rd quarter.
So that was Emperado that just didn't get anything on it.
Right, so it's 1st and 10 now for Hillcrest again. O'Bray, quarterback for Hillcrest. In the backfield is Gunnar Brooks. O'Bray back to throw, little flare pass across the middle. It is caught, but dropped immediately by the Waynesville Tigers. Gain of 2 yards on the play. That's going to be it.
Yeah, just a little stop pattern, and we were all over it. We got another Hillcrest Hornet down.
We got another cramp. Grabbing the back of that calf, and that is the receiver.
You can see it from here, too.
Yeah.
Look at it. Ouch.
That's puffed up.
Yep.
He's got that leg just extended out in the air for everyone to see.
And now they'll straighten it out, and now he'll really scream.
So we've got a timeout on the floor, on the field. We'll take a break, and we'll be right back.
It's the place there's no place else like. Home. It's the circle of chairs around your fire pit, where all the do you remembers get passed around like bowls of ice cream. It's bacon and eggs in the skillet, crackling along with the laughter.
At Shelter Insurance, we don't just insure your home, we insure all the memories that live inside it. Ask your agent for details. Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
For a free insurance review,
For auto, home, life, farm, or business insurance, see me, Mike Anthony, your Shelter Insurance agent in Waynesville.
Stop by and see me, Dave Howlett, your Shelter Insurance agent in Richland.
Unable to pick up a number of the injured Hillcrest Hornet down on the field, but you could see the minute that he was tackled.
Quarterback?
He was tackled. He laid down on the field. And yeah, now they're stretching that arm out. You can see him pounding the ground. You know that thing hurts.
Oh yeah, that does not feel good because everything in your body just tenses up and all the pain goes right to the calf. It is pretty humid tonight.
Yeah, it is. So it's going to be a 2nd down now, and about 8 for the Hillcrest Hornets. The ball spotted at the 38-yard line of Hillcrest with 1:34 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. The game was moving right along, but all the injuries we've had here in the third quarter, and we've had 2 calf injuries where it looks like they
23.
Where they've tensed up. That's Jeremiah Madden. He is one of the running backs, a sophomore. 23.
Yeah, 23.
Okay, that's Brendan Weaver. That's one of the receivers. That's the one who caught the ball.
Yep.
We don't want to lose him. He's a pretty important part of this football team, and he is going to walk gingerly over to the sidelines. But he's not being helped by anyone, so you can bet that he probably will come back into this football game.
Yeah, get him some fluids, and he'll probably be back in.
So again, O'Bray lines up out of the pistol formation, and in the backfield is Gunnar Brooks. Second down and 8 for the Hillcrest Hornets. Deuces right, deuces to the left. Tigers with 4 on the line and 4 in the backfield. They've got 6 in the box right now. Throwing is O'Bray, and the pass is caught at the 45-yard line. That was a beautiful pass, and right into the hands of Brock Schaffitzel.
Yeah, he's on target now.
So that is the 5th first down for Hillcrest in this game. And the ball is now in Tiger territory at the Waynesville 40, about the 44-yard line.
Yeah, so far he's 3 for 3 in this half. He's found his mark, 8, 10, or 8, 2, and 17 yards.
O'Bray back to throw, and here come the Tigers. He launches this thing down the field. It is going to be overthrown. Pass was intended for Samson Cochran. 2 Tigers down on the field. Michael Cassidy was down there along with Malik Hopper for the Waynesville Tigers. I think Hopper had the better shot at catching that than Cochran did.
Yeah, but I got to tell you, Cassidy did a really nice job on the coverage too, and Malik really does. He covers the field really well. He broke on that really nice. Of course, it had a lot of airtime on it, but we got a 2nd and 10 situation here, and we're scrambling to get off the field.
And we're going to get off the field. Luckily, here's the snap back to O'Bray. He throws it across the middle. The pass is incomplete. Ooh, that could have gone for a pass interference because all over Schaffitzel was Aaron McDaniel. And he popped him before that ball got there, but the referee had his back turned.
That's when you yell on the defensive side, good coverage, attaboy, good job. Yeah, hurry up.
Yeah, you got away with one. 3rd and 10, big situation now for the Waynesville Tigers trying to hold Hillcrest. They are in Waynesville territory. O'Bray will hand off to the outside. This is Brooks, and he is going to be nailed right at the line of scrimmage. 1, 2, 3, 4 Waynesville Tigers on the tackle. I think the initial hit that time came from Ian Williams. Also coming up on the play for the Waynesville Tigers was Aaron McDaniel.
Yeah, no gain on that.
So it's going to be 4th and 10 for the Hornets. They are going to go for it in Tiger territory, trailing 13-0. 37 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. Big 4th down play. O'Bray back to throw. He looks downfield, fires. The pass is in and out of the hands of the intended receiver. That was Schaffitzel. As going up in the air was Schaffitzel and cutting him in 2 after the ball went through his hands was Malik Hopper.
Our version of Ronnie Lott.
Yeah, Hopper just popped him.
He did.
And Schaffitzel, luckily he gets up without any dings. Maybe a bruise tomorrow because he got hit hard. So that will make it 1st and 10 for the Tigers as Waynesville will take over on their own 44-yard line, making the 43-yard line.
Yeah, Malik hit him. You know, it's like hitting a wall with that Chatzizel. I mean, I'm telling you what, he's a big boy. But he hit him hard. And now, here we go.
Michael Lewis back into quarterback, the Tigers. He'll work under center. He'll hand the ball off to Sheen Butler-Lawson. Lawson tried to get outside, but he tripped over somebody. One of his offensive linemen stuck their foot back in the back trying to sustain his block, and it looked like Butler-Lawson fell over it.
Right, and they're in a base 50 right now. It looks like a base 50 defense on that first play, and there they are again. They're in just an old base 50. Five linemen, 2 linebackers, 52.
2nd and 9, and we are going to have, that's the end of the third quarter. All right, so the Tigers still on top, 13-0. No score in that third quarter by anybody. So we are headed to quarter number 4 with 12 minutes left for the Waynesville Tigers to end this long losing streak.
Sellers, Sexton, self-satisfaction.
Have you been searching the internet high and low and think you found the best price elsewhere on a new Ford, Lincoln, or Mazda? Seller Sexton has been selling satisfaction to thousands of customers, and I encourage you to take the Satisfaction Challenge. Go find the best price on the new Ford, Lincoln, or Mazda you want. Then come see us at Seller Sexton, and you'll find our offers on that same vehicle are just as good, if not better. Save on your new Ford, Lincoln, or Mazda. Take the Satisfaction Challenge only at Seller Sexton in St. Robert. Shop us online at sellersexton.com.
Come on!
Well, it will be a second down and about 9 for the Waynesville Tigers.
A long 9.
Michael Lewis comes back off the sidelines. He will be the quarterback. Also in the game for the Waynesville Tigers is Deontay Garland, who will line up at the power I formation. Shane Butler-Lawson is the deep back. And it will be Lawson on the handoff up the middle. He cuts to the right, still on his feet. Now he's going to be dragged down from the side. He'll pick up 5 on the play. Brings up a third and about 4 for the Waynesville Tigers, maybe 3rd and 5. Let's see. I think they're going to mark this right around the 48-yard line. Nope, they mark it at the 49. So
the umpire made a good tackle on that, actually.
Yeah, it's a long 4.
Yeah, it's a long 4.
Tigers would like to move these sticks and contain possession of this football for a few more minutes. Michael Lewis rolls to the outside, and he fires this thing downfield. The pass is out of bounds, intended for Cavalier. If Cavalier would have caught that, he would have been about, 5 yards out of bounds and real close to the practice net for the field goal kicker.
Well, Coach Haynes was talking to Lewis. He said, look at all the space out in front of you. He had a lot of room to run right there. He could have taken that ball and tucked it and probably got a first down.
So it's going to bring up a 4th and about 4 for the Waynesville Tigers, and they have elected to punt this football away, bring their defense back on the field.
Good seeing Breck run off the field like that.
You bet.
Is better.
Up by 13. Choi back to kick it. He boots it. It's a nice kick, fielded by Samson Cochran at the 20. And Cochran runs to the outside with really nowhere to go, but he breaks another tackle. That is 2 tackles, and they finally push him out of bounds at around the 28-yard line. So he will run about 50 yards to get 8.
Right.
1st and 10 for Hillcrest. Let's see where they're going to spot this. I thought he ran out of bounds around the 28, but they say it's around, 27. So not quite the 28. So it's 1st and 10 for the Hillcrest Hornets.
Well, from our vantage point, that was a pretty good call, Marv, because that was hard to see. Now, Hillcrest has to do something this series, I believe, if they want to have a chance.
They have to get some points on the board. And here is the handoff. And again, this one goes to Goodman, who is back in the game. And Goodman gets it out to the 35-yard line. He's going to pick up 7 on the play. So Trevor Goodman on the carry. Ian Williams on the tackle for the Tigers. 2nd down now and about 2.5 to 3.
That's probably one of their longer runs of the night right there.
Ball on the 34-yard line.
17 Brooks is back in the game.
He lines up just to the right of the quarterback. Samson Cochran in motion. Here's the snap. O'Bray back to throw. Across the middle, the pass is caught and then dropped.
Golly.
Good defensive coverage by the Waynesville Tigers. Coming up on one side was Ian Williams, and feeling the brunt of that was Malik Hopper. Hopper was the back defender, the safety. And both the Tigers ran into the receiver after he caught the ball, and they dislodged that ball from him.
Oh, Desmond put a hit on him, and he put a hit on him and Malik on that.
Yeah, he not only got the receiver, he got his own player. I believe we have. I don't see a penalty flag, but I see the referees talking to each other, and that usually indicates a flag on the play somewhere, and we are going to have a hold on the Waynesville Tigers.
Oh, that was a personal foul.
Oh, okay.
I don't know on who. That's going to be an automatic first down.
Well, they are talking to Hillcrest. All they needed was about 2 yards, 2.5 yards to pick up the first down. But this is going to be a big one against the Tigers. That'll make it 90 yards in penalties for the Tigers. On the personal foul, that is the 6th first down for Hillcrest. They are moving this thing all the way up to the 47-yard line.
Wow.
So it's a 15-yard penalty on the Tigers on the personal foul. It wasn't on the hit because that was a clean hit. And they moved that from the line of scrimmage. So it is 1st and 10 for the Hornets. Near midfield, still in their territory at the Hillcrest 47-yard line. 10:20 left to go here in the contest. Back to throw is Obrey. He's got plenty of time. Now here come the Tigers. They break loose.
That's a hold.
We're going to have a holding penalty. The pass goes incomplete. And penalty flag thrown behind the quarterback certainly indicates a holding penalty on the Hillcrest Hornets, and it is.
And the flag is down at the Hillcrest 36-yard line.
So if they back that thing up 10 yards from there, they take that to the 26, and they have to get down to the Waynesville, 43 to pick up a first down?
Yeah.
Because that was well behind the line of scrimmage when they called that one.
So they'll take it from the line of scrimmage. So it's going to be 2nd and 19, 20. It'd have to be 20, wouldn't it? Yeah, it's 20.
Well, this thing is spotted at the 37-yard line.
But they'll take it from the line of scrimmage on the hold.
Okay.
I guess. I can't figure anything out anymore.
Here is the snap. Obrey rolls out to the outside. Here come the Tigers, and the ball is almost intercepted by Waynesville as Obrey held onto that thing for just a little bit too long, and Fontes Key came over for the Waynesville Tigers, and he was on his horse, and he about grabbed the quarterback and sacked him before he threw it away, and Obrey finally gets it away, and it runs incomplete.
Great pursuit by him on that, and really made him hurry. Actually, Obrey probably did the right thing by just trying to dump it off there.
Yeah.
But luckily it didn't get, unluckily for us, we didn't pick it.
So 2nd down now, and 20 to go. Obrey back to throw, a little flare pass to the outside, and that is incomplete. That was intended for Samson Cochran. Good coverage by Michael Cassidy again.
So now what are we going to do here? It's 4th down. They're on their 37. And I don't see the punting unit coming out for Hillcrest. Or wait, excuse me, it's 3rd down. So we do, because of the penalty, right. Okay, so it's 3rd down and 20.
Well, what you do here is make sure nobody gets behind you if you're a D-back.
Right, and a screen, something like that, maybe.
I haven't seen a screen pass this entire game, and that one I would think. Here comes the Tigers.
They were moved.
Obrey throws this thing down the field. He is on the run. The pass is caught. What a catch that time by the receiver at the 35-yard line. Tyler King up in the air. Out jumps the Waynesville Tiger duo back there and comes down with the football. Hopper and Dawkins were both back there for Waynesville, and King comes up with the catch. So that's a 1st and 10 for the Hillcrest Hornets in Tiger territory at the Waynesville 35-yard line. Clock continues to tick at 9:35 left to go in the game. Trips to the left, one to the right. Obrey back to throw. A little flare to the outside. This one's caught by Brooks, and they are going to knock him out of bounds. Keep him in bounds, guys. Keep him in bounds.
Not tackling as well as we did in that first half right now. They're kind of slipping some of our tackles. Got 2 on that.
So gain of only 2. Make it, I think they're going to mark it at 3. So it's going to be 2nd down now and 7 for the Hornets. Ball at the 32-yard line of the Tigers. Obrey back to throw, fires this thing out in the flat, and picked off! Picked off by the Tigers, and it's Kevin Poinsett. And he is on his horse. Poinsett to the 40, to the 30, Poinsett is going to be wrapped up and thrown out of bounds at the 20, make it the 15-yard line for the Waynesville Tigers. That ball popped up in the air on the pick, and Kevin Poinsett grabbed it, and down the field he went.
Boy, what a great play by Poinsett. You know, he batted the ball, went off the Hillcrest receiver, went right back up into his hands. What a great return. And now we need to capitalize on this one. And Marv, I can honestly say we can capitalize on this. We might be able to put it away.
8:48 left to go here in this game. The Tigers have the ball on the Hillcrest 15, making the 14-yard line. And you're right. If we can stick this thing in the end zone, I think we can have a little party in Tigertown tonight.
I believe so.
Mike Lewis pitches back to Sheen Butler-Lawson. He cuts it up the middle at the 5, still on his feet down to the 3-yard line. First down for the Tigers, and Sheen Butler-Lawson near the end zone.
That's a gain of 16 on that. Hit the hole extremely hard, had some room, capitalized on it.
It's time for some smash mouth power football right now.
And there we go. We're in that, well, we're in a straight eye look.
Straight eye formation with Garland the up back, and here's the handoff to Butler-Lawson, and he is in the end zone. So another 3-yard touchdown run by Sheen Butler-Lawson. And that is after the interception by Poinsett. So with 8:28 left to go here in this contest, the Waynesville Tigers are looking to break a 24-game losing streak. And things are looking good in Tigertown tonight.
So far they are, but it's kind of hard to count it yet. But I'll tell you what, the way we're playing,
there's a bad snap, and Choi will just fall on it at the 20-yard line. Now we're going to have a penalty as Michael Lewis, the quarterback and the holder, he gets blasted from behind by Tyrese Durley for the Hillcrest Hornets, and that was a cheap shot. That's all that was.
Yeah.
And it's going to cost Hillcrest.
So
well, they'll be putting this on the kickoff.
Yep.
So the extra point is no good, but it is a 19-0 lead for the Waynesville Tigers with only 8:28 left to go in this game. That is a 3-score margin. So they are asking Joe Haynes what to do with this now on the penalty. And we will keep it here on the penalty.
So that'll put us kicking it off at the 45 of Hillcrest. And I got an idea here. Do we want to squib this? We don't want to give it to him at the 20. We'd like to pin him inside the 20. So do we squib it? Do we do one of his little short high kicks that he does from time to time? Might not be a bad idea there.
Might not. We'll see what happens as Aaron Choi will get ready to boot it away from the 40-yard line. Again, Shane Butler-Lawson in from the 3-yard line after the interception by Kevin Poinsett. So they're going to take this thing from the 40-yard line and bring it all the way down to the Hillcrest 45 on the 15-yard penalty. And Choi will kick it away from the Hillcrest 45. Yeah, you don't want to put it in the end zone.
No.
Because that would only be, 10...
25 yards.
Yeah, that'd be a 25-yard.
But you want to put it inside the 10 if you can. The kick, anyway.
I would drill this thing hard on the ground.
Yeah.
No, they're going to pooch it up in the air, and it's going to be fielded right. It's a perfect kick right around the 3-yard line. And roll into the outside with a little bit of running room and on the horse. And that is Blake Hanna. Hanna all the way down to the 40-yard line. The Tigers grab it from behind at the 31. So an outstanding return that time by Blake Hanna. Goes from their 3-yard line all the way down to the Tiger 31.
Not the response we wanted after that.
No, not at all. But the good thing is we have an extra touchdown on the board right now.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do, which is very big, huge for us right now.
Well, another water break So we'll hear from some of our sponsors. We'll be right back.
This is the Pepsi that your father drank and your grandfather drank.
When I was your age, we were.
This is the Pepsi that your Uncle Ted drank when rock sounded like this. This is the Pepsi for American pastimes. Whether you're tailgating at a speedway or courtside watching your favorite player make a breakaway,
He scored!
this is the Pepsi for those who are forever fun. This is the Pepsi for every generation.
You're listening to KOZQ 102.3 FM, Waynesville, St. Robert, Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri. Get Napa know-how at St. Robert Auto Supply off Missouri Avenue in St. Robert, and get the good stuff 7 days a week.
We're back. Marv Luton, Shane McPherson with you here at Tiger Stadium, where Waynesville has a 19-0 lead over Hillcrest. 8:16 left to go in this football game. Hillcrest has the ball in Tiger territory at the Waynesville 31. O'Bray takes the snap, back to throw, fires over to Brooks to the outside on the pitch back, and the Tigers wrap Brooks up behind the line of scrimmage. What a great pursuit that time. And again, on the play for the Tigers, and we've called his number a lot. That is Aaron McDaniel. Number 42, McDaniel has had an outstanding defensive ball game here tonight.
So we got Brooks in the backfield again.
Loss of 1 on the play. That looked like that had yardage written all over it. Back to throw is O'Bray. He throws it down the field. Man is open, and we should have a offensive pass interference on that, but we don't get it. Leaping up in the air to try to pick it off for the Waynesville Tigers was Dawkins, and pushing him as he was in the air was the intended receiver, Tyler King. But, I mean, that's anybody's ball. But you have to, you can't push the receiver when the ball, or the defender when the ball is up in the air. But no call on the play, 3rd down and 11 for Hillcrest.
They've got all receivers out there now.
O'Bray back to throw. Here come the Tigers, and they are chasing him down. They grab him. He throws. He gets it away, and almost picked off by the Tigers again. And let's see, that wasn't McDaniel. That was number 43, and that was Maurice Fiabe.
Yeah, he doesn't like himself very much right now. He should have had that ball. But we're 4th down.
It's his 4-down territory for the Hillcrest Hornets.
Absolutely.
If the Tigers can stop this and get the ball back, I mean, 7 minutes, they can't run out the clock. They'd have to pick up some first downs. Timeout called on the field, and it will be a Waynesville Tiger timeout. That will be their second one. And that is a good timeout called by Coach Joe Haynes and his Waynesville football Tigers.
Yes, it was. And it's a good time to get them settled down, get them ready for just about anything here. They've got to get 11. Main thing that you're going to try to do is keep people in front. They're going to run a stick route, meaning they're going to run 11-yard routes trying to get that first down. They've got to get the first down or we get the ball back. So they're going to be running the 11 to 12-yard routes. And then I know Mike Klutz is going to run some pressure. He told me today that he's going to try to pressure these guys. Hopefully we don't they haven't run the screen all night, like you said. Let's just hope that we can get everybody matched up and matched up well.
The Waynesville Tigers will be at Springfield Hillcrest next Friday night. Make it Springfield Central. Next Friday night. Hillcrest is here tonight.
Yes, they are.
I'm just confused.
That's okay.
7:32 left to go. I'm not used to us winning. Right. We haven't won yet, but we're on our way. Back to throw is O'Bray. Fires this thing down the sidelines. The pass is, in and out of the hands of the intended receiver. And back in the game is Latarian Jarman. Latarian was one who hobbled off the field a while back with that calf that was that muscle that was sticking out that you could see all the way up here.
Ouch.
But he is back in the contest, and that one went in and out of his hands. Again, that was
point set.
Now, that was point set on the defense that time for the Tigers, and Waynesville will take over the ball 1st and 10 on their own 32-yard line with 7:25 left to go and a 19-0 lead.
Well, Jarman wanted that pass interference on that, and Poinsett was all over him, but what the Poinsett did to not get it was he turned his head at the end and made a good play on it, and it was a good coverage.
So the Waynesville Tigers have Mike Lewis again under center, And in the backfield is Sheen Butler-Lawson, who will take it, cut
Look
up the
out.
middle, and
Look
he
out.
jumps over one tackler,
Look out.
spins around, still on his feet at the 41-yard line, and he's going to pick up 9 yards on the play. But, boy, he had to run a long way to get the 9. And we have a penalty flag on the play back at the 32-yard line. So this one will probably be coming back on a hold.
Yep.
And it will.
So we're going to have 1st and 20.
So 100 yards in penalties for the Waynesville Tigers. And I thought that was something that we did such a good job of last week. We only had 3 penalties for, I think, maybe about 15, maybe 20 yards.
Yeah, well, you know what, Marv? I'll take the 100 yards as long as we're winning this game, because
We got a
last
W,
week we
yeah.
didn't have any, and we did not have a chance to win that game.
So that's going to bring the ball back, a holding penalty all the way back to the 22-yard line of the Tigers. So it brings up a 1st down now and 20. So holding on the offense by the Tigers. Brings the ball back. Lewis works out of the shotgun. Back this time, I believe that's Deron Anderson, and they're going to do a little pitch in front. Here comes Dawkins around the outside at the 25-yard line, and he gets pushed out of bounds at around the 27.
Yeah, Dawkins got, 7 of them back?
I'll tell you what, Dawkins has some speed.
Oh, yes, he does. He hits that corner. He knows what to do. He got 6 on that.
So 2nd down now and 14 for the Tigers. 7:13 left to go in this game. Waynesville on top, 19-0. Tigers trying to break a 24-game losing streak. Snap is back. Lewis rolls to the outside. Left-hander throws, and he throws it incomplete, intended for Cameron Cavalier, and that went off of Cavalier's hands. We need to get that old Fred Bolitnikoff stick-em stuff.
Yeah.
Because our receivers have not done a very good job of catching the ball here tonight.
And, Lewis has thrown some good balls, too.
Yeah, he has. So has Emperado.
Yeah, he did.
They've just been going in and out of the hands of our receivers. And it's not like they're looking where they're going to run after they catch it, because most of them have had their back to the defense. Pitch back. And this one is Anderson. He cuts it up the middle, and he is going to get some good yardage.
Yeah, he
Drop
is.
down at the 39-yard line as people are getting pushed all over the place out there.
Got 11 on that.
Not quite enough for a 1st down. It's going to be 4th and about 3 for the Tigers.
Don't we need to punt here? Yes, we do.
Yeah, we should punt right here. With 4th and 3, you do not want to give the ball back to Hillcrest on our own 40-yard line. You bring on the punting unit, and you kick that thing down the field.
We got to get it off.
That's one thing I do. We still have 1 timeout left, and we get the snap up, and Choi boots it. And it will be Samson Cochran at the 30-yard line, cuts to the outside. And he is being chased and pursued and hauled down by Anthony Bledsoe after a return of about 3 yards on the play. Cochran's got some speed, but he just does not have the speed of this Waynesville Tiger team.
And Cochran's going to be one sore young man in the morning. I'm telling you what.
I bet you he sleeps well tonight.
Oh.
Well, he might not.
He might not, no.
Depends on how many leaves he takes.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you. Kid has gotten hit hard, but he gives his heart out on every single dude.
He has been a warrior out there.
Yes, he has.
So you can hear the the beating of the bleachers. The Tiger hopeful, and that is basically the student body here. They are looking at a W, and this one is up in the air. Pass is incomplete. Penalty flag flies at the 35-yard line.
And I'm thinking that's going to be either us in the neutral zone, either the receiver probably wasn't set.
Well, it's at the line of scrimmage, so it is going to be probably a motion call or movement on the offside on the offense.
So they lined up offside.
Yeah.
That's what happened. Number 10 lined up offside, which is an automatic 5.
So that'll move them back. That is 65 yards in penalties on the Hillcrest Hornets. 6 minutes left to go here in this contest. Waynesville 19, Hillcrest zip. Hillcrest with the football.
Well, I know they're going to throw.
Tigers not in the prevent. But they're just going to bring it. O'Bay, he scoots out of the pocket. Now he keeps it, and he is going to tuck it and run, and he's going to get maybe back to the original line of scrimmage. He'll pick up that 5 that they lost on the offside. But the Tigers, again, they are sending everybody. The blitz is on every time.
And he stepped up in that pocket, and he had a little bit of room, but we did a nice job about containing him and keeping him inside and inbounds.
There's the key, inbounds. Keep that clock running. 2nd down now and 10. Back to throw O'Bray. He's looking for somebody to throw, and now they're going to wrap him up. And guess who? There's 2 of them getting up off the bottom of the pile. One is York, and the other one is number 42 again. That is Aaron McDaniel. So Jacob York, Aaron McDaniel. York defensive end, McDaniel linebacker on the blitz. That's a loss of 10 on the play, 3rd down and 20 now.
And the clock keeps rolling.
Make it 3rd and 18. So they spot this just outside the 25 at the 26-yard line.
Bringing it again.
O'Bray back to throw. Here come the Tigers. He's got some room. He's got some time. He'll roll to the outside. He'll fire this thing. The pass is incomplete. Intended for Samson Cochran. He is hounded by Michael Cassidy, and as he touched that ball, Cassidy leveled him.
Yep. And that poor kid, boy, I'll tell you what, he's barely running.
So that brings up a 4th down now.
They're going to go for it. They got to.
No, they're going to kick it.
Boy, they sure are.
Yeah, they have brought Blake Hanna.
Watch the fake.
Into the game. 4th down and again 18. Hanna will boot it. If he kicks it, he'll be back at his 15-yard line.
We got everybody in the box. We're not buying
it. Here's the snap, and
Just
there is the kick.
Just let it go.
Ball bounces at the 45, and it takes a heck of a Hillcrest bounce all the way back to the Waynesville 30-yard line. So the Tigers will have it. 4:39 left to go here in this contest. Waynesville with the football in a 19-0 lead.
We need 2 first downs here, Marv. We can get 2 first downs, we can probably run it out. Unless they want to use their timeouts, which expect them to.
And Hillcrest has just burned one of theirs. So they are down to, well, let's see. I guess they...
Or we got another hydration station here.
Maybe we might have another hydration station because they still have 2 timeouts on the board left for Hillcrest, and they've already burned 1. So we will keep it here as we get ready to celebrate here in Tigertown. Not quite yet.
Not quite yet, but we're feeling it.
There's still some time left on the clock. 4 minutes and 39 seconds, but Waynesville with the football and a 19-0 lead.
Right.
So this should boost our standings in the in the district, depending on, of course, what Glendale did. We're way behind Glendale in points. Glendale is right ahead of us. Waynesville has 18.67 points, and Glendale with 26. So I don't know if we can make it back up into a 3rd place in the districts with the win here tonight or not.
Well, the one good thing about it was, if we're looking back and looking forward here, look out.
Imperato hands off to Lawson. Lawson to the 40, to the 50. It'll run out of bounds. Sheen, no, don't run out of bounds now.
No.
In Hillcrest territory at the 47-yard line. But, running back at this point in time, I'm sure Sheen Butler-Lawson's a little tired. And rather than getting hit and pounded on a little bit more, he said, okay, look, I'm going to take it out of bounds. I don't care if we're here for another 10 seconds.
Yeah, for 23 yards, we're okay with that.
Yeah. And here is Lawson again. He'll take it, and this time he does not go out of bounds. He'll slide down. He'll take a 2-yard loss on the play, and he'll keep the clock running.
Yeah, but what I was getting ready to say is, earlier this year, Hillcrest beat Glendale, and we've kind of dominated Hillcrest a little bit tonight. So it was a 32-27 game with Hillcrest and Glendale, that's got to boost our confidence even a little bit more.
Certainly does. And Glendale again in our district. Here is the pitch back, and this one goes to Deron Anderson, and he is going to be wrapped up and dropped by the punter, Blake Hanna, who is also, besides being the punter, Blake Hanna is also a D-back / linebacker.
Lots of 4 on that one.
Third down now and about 13 for the Tigers. 3.5 minutes left to go here in the contest. Michael Lewis gets ready to take the snap under center. Deron Anderson in the backfield, and Deontay Garland is the fullback. It will be Anderson with the handoff, and he goes straight up the middle and nowhere to go on that one. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, might have picked up a yard on the play.
Now we're 4th down.
4th and about 13 for the Tigers. And with 3:02 left to go here in the game, the clock continues to tick. And the Waynesville Tigers will let the play clock run down to about a second and probably burn their last timeout with 2:51 left to go here.
Right, and then go ahead and punt it away.
Good call by the Waynesville Tigers. The play clock down to 3, 2, 1. Timeout called by Waynesville. We'll be right back.
Saying goodbye to those we love is made a little easier. Just knowing your memories are safely kept within Sunset Memorial Estates Cemetery. This is Martin Vernon, owner of Memorial Chapels and Crematory. Burial at our Sunset Memorial Estates provides the respect and personalized ceremony families expect and offers many options to military families, including personalized monument selection. For more information, contact Memorial Chapels and Crematory.
We're back, and next week we will be at Springfield Central for our first meeting with the Central Bulldogs in a long, long time. The Tigers used to go down to Central. Called a couple of games there in the, we used to call it the dungeon.
Yeah.
Because it's an all brick press box. I'm pretty sure they still have it.
Yeah, I don't think much has changed down there, really. I just hope we get a game down there next week.
Yeah, we haven't heard a lot of good things about the numbers.
Right.
For Springfield Central. They were down to about 19 players, and that is not enough for a football team. Here is the kick by Choi, and it will be over the head of Samson Cochran, and he will let it fall and roll dead at the 8-yard line as time continues to tick away in the clock. 2:27 left to go, and there's a whole bunch of kids that are heading down to the they're not leaving. They are going down to the sidelines. They are going to cheer their classmates on. These
They're
guys
storm the field.
You're right. These guys in these black and orange jerseys out here. It is going to be a happy time in Tiger Town here in about 2.5 minutes.
Yep, there they all go.
Again, they're all waiting inside that terrible Tiger, or whatever that thing's name is. Here is the handoff up the middle, and it goes for about 2 yards on the play, and I believe that is Brooks again on the carry for the Hillcrest Hornets. Gunnar Brooks, the defensive back, wide receiver / running back, who was jettisoned into this game after Trevor Goodman was hurt, who was replacing Deion Davis, who is not dressed out tonight. Gain of 3 on the play, 2nd down now and 7 for Hillcrest. Ball at the 15-yard line, and again, this is good. Is that? Yeah, that's the same one. I thought that was 13 for a minute, but no, that was Gunnar Brooks, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Brings a 3rd down now and about 7. We're down to 138 and ticking. So 3rd and about 7 now. Hillcrest gets ready for the snap. O'Bray hands it off to Brooks. Brooks goes to the outside, and the Waynesville Tigers wrap him up on the lead tackle. That time is Caden Tripp.
Lost about 5 on that one.
It was Tripp who stripped the ball from the quarterback, O'Bray, back in the second quarter, and Sheen Butler-Lawson went in from the 3-yard line a couple of plays later. Under a minute left to go in this contest. And the Waynesville fans are happy campers here in Tiger Town tonight because this winning streak, or this losing streak, is about to end. They will kick it away to the Tigers,
Let
and
it go.
This one
Don't
will
touch it.
bounce at the 40-yard line and go out of bounds. The kicker, again,
Take a knee.
Blake Hanna.
How about that? There it is.
With 30 seconds left to go here in this game. The Tigers can take a knee and end the misery.
It's been a long time since we've gotten to a victory formation, and we're going to get into one right now.
Since 2015, we might add.
Right.
And you're right, that is a long time. So, Coach Joe Haynes, congratulations, Coach.
Yeah, congratulations, Coach, and you did a great job with your staff, and congratulations to the Tigers on a well-fought victory and a defensive, really a dominant.
Yeah, the Tiger defense here was very dominant, and Michael Lewis takes a knee, and this losing streak is about 23 seconds from ending, and the Tigers are celebrating on the field. As they come on the field, Hillcrest walks off, and this one is all but over but the shouting, my friends. After a long losing streak, the Waynesville Tigers have finally won a football game and did it in shutout fashion. It is now official. The streak is over. Waynesville wins this 19-0 over the Hillcrest Hornets. And the Tiger fans, the Tiger student body, as soon as these guys are done shaking hands, they are going to charge this field, and there's going to be a party at the 20-yard line. We'll be right back and start wrapping things up.
Make plans for the V. Lakeway VFW Post 3168 on the South Outer Road at exit 150 off I-44. A proud supporter of the Lakeway area and the Lakeway youth. The Post is open 7 days a week. Not only will you meet your friends for some refreshments and catching up on the day's activities, there's karaoke, selected nights for bingo, and don't forget their free Senior Citizens Dinner at 12 noon the last Friday of every month. Check out sports on the several TVs. Every day is a good day at the V. Lakeway VFW Post 3168, exit 150 off I-44 on the South Outer Road. Attention athletes! If you want to make sure that you perform this season at 100%, then call Ogle Chiropractic in Waynesville. Their sports well care program is only $45 per month, and that's up to 12 visits each month. Dr. Shane and Dr. Tabby Ogle will make sure everything is in alignment and treat any issue you have before the big game. Ogle Chiropractic offers sports and school physicals, electrical muscle stimulation, and treatments for sports injuries. Ogle Chiropractic is dedicated to providing Waynesville and the surrounding communities with the best possible chiropractic care available. Stop by today or call 774-4177. Ogle Chiropractic, a proud supporter of Waynesville Athletics. You're listening to KOZQ 102.3 FM Waynesville, St. Robert, Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri. Get Napa know-how at St. Robert Auto Supply off Missouri Avenue in St. Robert and get the good stuff 7 days a week.
Wow. Well, back here, Marv Luton along with Shane McPherson. What a sight it is on that football field that, unfortunately, any team should never have to go through. But when you lose 24 in a row, I'll tell you what, it is time to celebrate here in Tiger Town. 19-0, the Waynesville Tigers beat the Hillcrest Hornets, and defense did it today here for this Tiger team. They picked off 3 passes, forced a fumble, and cashed in on 2 of the 4, actually 3 of the 4 turnovers was the interception and the fumble. The other one was the 79-yard reverse pass that the Tigers pulled off in the second quarter from the quarterback, Mike Lewis, to Sheen Butler-Lawson. Lawson scores all 3 touchdowns. The 79-yard catch, and then the 3-yard plunge after the fumble recovery, and the 3-yard run after the interception. And the Tigers win this 19 to zip. 100 yards in penalties, however, for the Tigers. 11 penalties for 100 yards compared to 65 for Hillcrest. The Tigers, 1 turnover in the contest, and that was the interception. Thought they had another one, but that was on a 4th down where the ball, or it was a bad exchange between the center and the quarterback and the Tigers fell on the football, recovered the fumble, but it was 4th down anyway, so it really didn't matter. Tigers scoring 13 raw points in the second quarter, and then 6 more in the fourth for the 19-0 margin. Only 7 first downs for the Tigers in this football game. Again, the yardage is not spectacular for the Tigers, but we're going to take it. Huh?
Well, in the second half, we did kind of establish a running game. We had 21 rushes for 98 yards in the second half.
That's good.
We were 0 for 3 throwing the ball, but we didn't really need to throw the ball too much, so we had 98 total yards in the second half. Here's something that's impressive. 11 rushes for negative 18 yards for the Hillcrest Hornets. They were 5 for 19 for 54 yards passing. So total, they had 32 yards. We totaled yards. We had 231 total yards for us. They had 71 total for Hillcrest. What a great performance by our defense. Just an awesome performance.
You bet it is. And here's one thing else that I like that Joe Haynes does, and that is he invites the parents to come out on the field after the game is over and celebrate with their ball players.
Right, and this is what it's all about. The monkey is finally off the back, and they can do nothing but just go up from here. And this was a big win. You and I both knew that we were capable of beating this team. And there's nothing to say that we can't go down there and do the same thing to Springfield Central. And we've got Glendale coming up, and I think we can play them. And Rolla is always a battle. Rolla's got a good football team this year. West Plains is awful good too. But the sky's the limit right now with Waynesville football. It's definitely been something that we can do.
What do you think this does? First off, for the confidence.
Oh, the confidence just raises big time. Now they're starting to see, and they go in there and they look at their mistakes and go, okay, now we can correct that. Where there was always that that doubt before, gives them that new hope now, and I think that's a really good thing for the Tigers. The staff did a great job about getting them prepared. Did a lot of great halftime preparation for them, and got them really to play as good of a second half, and maybe even better in some respects than they played in that first half. But what a just remarkable game by the Waynesville defense.
Yeah, the defense really did the job here for the Waynesville Tigers. Again, 19-0 shutout over the Hillcrest Hornets. I knew we could win this game. I didn't think we would shut them out.
Well, anytime defensively you can pitch a shutout, you've done something. And let's give the defense a lot of credit. I mean, they made their offense not look very, very good at all tonight, and we really, really did dominate, and it was a nice deal for everybody.
Certainly was. Well, finally, it's been fun, buddy, huh?
Yeah, finally.
Get to call a W. The Waynesville Tigers win it 19-0 over Hillcrest. We'll be at Springfield Central next Friday night. For our engineer back at the station, the Chuckster, I'm Marv Luton, along with my partner, Shane McPherson. It's been fun bringing it to you. Finally, have yourself a great evening.
You've been listening to Waynesville Tiger Football. Our game has been brought to you by Air Serve Heating and Air, Arby's of St. Robert, B&B Theater in Waynesville, TC Towing of Waynesville, Balfour Beatty Communities of Fort Wood, Columbia College, King Auto Glass, Lindsay Chrysler Dodge, Ram Jeep of St. Robert, Park University of Fort Leonard Wood, Ogle Chiropractic in Waynesville, Mailboxing of St. Robert, Pepsi-Cola Bottling Company, the Seller Sexton Auto Group, Shelter Insurance Agents, Mike Anthony of Waynesville and Dave Holland in Richland, VFW Post 3168, Team Ellison Remax Professional Realty, the Bank of Crocker, Clayton Homes of Lebanon, Lynch's Furniture of St. Robert, the Marys County Bank, St. Robert Auto Supply, and the Waynesville Medical Plaza. That's it for this evening. Have a great night.